They scream, for they are terrified. The ball approaches. I am finished.
You open up your mouth. It is a hamburger. So, last time on Lostrana, after touching down into one of the lost war fronts from the Gargaron War, you managed to find the facility that was originally proprieted after a huge battle with a mimic ship, no less. After disrupting its core and breaking down some of its parts before the spell finally ended for harvesting it for the force shield and control water, you managed to collect a few bone ballistae and a few other pieces, as well as the simple fact that it was about to try and swim away with Ironstride and Valis, but everyone managed to retrieve them as they quickly defended themselves in the digestive organs deep in the bow of the ship. So, Twitch, after all of that wonderful excitement, quickly came to the facility and found that there was an entire encampment out front that had seemed to be missing people. An attack had clearly happened, not sure in which direction or where it came from. It seemed to have come mostly from the outside. But as far as that, the most you could tell that there was definitely undead nearby and the bodies were missing. After heading further into the facility, you found that one of the tripwire bells had marked the outside. Valis had purposely tripped it just to see what would come, and the undead did not disappoint, though they seemed to have been locked in time, wraiths forever in limbo, in the state of where the warfront was still going on. After trying to discuss with them and say that he needed to repair Ironstride, and it seemed to be working for a brief moment until he mentioned discussing the matters with the, well, what they had labeled as weapons, considering their knowledge was not far beyond that existential point, and the Warforged had not become sentient yet. So they called him a spy and quickly tried to dispatch him, which he was immediately sent to the afterlife, finally. After slipping around the facility for a little bit, seeing that the ghosts were at the northern end cooking what looked like the sausages from the camp, finding a few, well, blueprints for some of the other Warforged, Valis ran forward. Bradomir got a leg full of blade saws, and then Valis continued his trek bravely forward and did not receive a single scratch. After continuing forward and disabling most of the traps, Bradomir and Valis once again got chased by the floor grinder. As they continued running on, Valis kept running and immediately stepped onto the second floor grinder that fed into the main floor. He managed to jam his shield in it and hold off on it for the time. After getting that out, and Ironstride retrieving the shield and jamming another shield in there, once again, +1 only, so that is the only thing now holding that shut. Millie had the brilliant idea to put him in the ball of invulnerability and let him wheel around a little bit, and after Ironstride natural 20 punched him down the hallway, continued his way, found the poison net trap, and then started heading down a hallway. I was just sitting there thinking to himself for a moment, like, there's no traps here. Preceded by a massive iron boulder ball rolling down the hall and pushing him as fast as he couldn't fucking actually stand to believe into an adamantine poison spike pit trap, which followed to proceed to, well, attempt to collect the iron ball, but instead collected him. And thus, after Telrath had broken all of the small mini Warforged dies that were the sensor traps, Valis suddenly realized that he is now stuck in the roof as the iron ball came rolling up for the trap's reset and started crushing him to death. After quickly carving out the roof and saving Valis from the couple-ton iron ball crushing him to death, fell down and hit the floor, and then everyone realized that the iron ball was going to keep rolling for a while and keep rolling until the temporary force wall was put up, and then everyone ran down the ramps. And which, after getting down here, Millie had put a force wall over the top of the adamantine pit for the iron ball, to which an immediate disruption sent it ping-ponging across each pillar and repair station within the main facility floor here, where the Warforged and other creations and constructs were made, and destroyed 2 of them and damaged a 3rd. To which, after an immediate proclamation that this is not a toy shop or for your amusement, the said Warforged question mark had approached with glowing sigils upon his body. No mouth, but what looked like 2 vibrant glowing swords, almost that of a sunblade, for each hand. And looking rather angrily as some of the parts of the facility start to spark to life at this point, as you are now in the deepest reaches, as far as you could tell, inside the main facility. So, to which, at this point, especially after that proclamation, it'll throw down into combat. And roll initiative.
But wait, Miller, and don't you want to try and persuade them not to attack?
Yeah, come on, use persuasion.
You think I can talk to them?
Yeah, you do it.
Well, you can certainly make them angry, can't you?
I excel at making people angry.
It is a skill you possess.
I'm not with them.
I don't know these people.
If anyone's going to talk to them, it should be Ironstride.
Okay, give me that.
Oh!
This guy's ready to kill a man.
Ironstride is sitting there like, okay, wait a second. Okay, wait.
Wait, no, I don't want to do this. So these are all constructs.
Oh, yes.
I don't want to do this.
Then don't.
Wait, then don't. Then perish.
No! I'm gonna use some sentiment of that fucking soul and be like, yo, hey fam, what up?
It's your boy Ironstride coming at you again with that "please don't kill us" video.
Sorry about the flush bag, she thought she was playing pinball.
Sorry about the flesh bag, it was just a prank, bro. Come on, can't you see the camera over there? It's invisible, you need blind sight.
Like, yo, she can cast mending, it's fine.
Just a prank, bro. I didn't do anything.
Oh, dude, the pillar gets a turn as well.
I don't like that a pillar gets a turn.
What?
Alright.
Run team.
So, before this fully breaks out, will anyone say anything to this strange looking Warforged?
So, what did he say before?
We broke
Basically,
his
why
pillar.
are you treating out shit like a toy shop?
Miller bounced a giant steel ball into one of their pillars and destroyed one of their machines, basically.
2 of them. Thank you, 2 of them. One over here as well.
I'm sorry I sold your egregious sin against these nice people short. I'll
Look,
be
man,
sure
I
to-
was playing pinball.
What is a pinball?
That's what we put Valus in.
Oh.
You hit it and
Yeah.
it bounces around a bunch. It's an excellent game idea. I'll make like a miniature version of it on the ship so you can try it out. It'll be amazing.
Perhaps we should
sure.
have tested it out here.
I guess I'll try.
I've got something I could say.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I go for that ride one more time before you kill us? Please?
We're here to help. We're from the Gagron Warfront. We've heard news of a large band of giants making their way here, and we've came to extract your
Excellent.
You will see Ironstride
important
wearing the
assets.
As always, Eyes Right is wearing the banner of the Gagaron Wolf.
It's true, because that's your entire cloak, too, no?
Yeah. It's my, what is it, my Shimago, whatever it was.
Like a
roll,
shawl. But not.
roll me a deception at advantage.
Yeah, it's a shoal. That's what.
Oh,
Alrighty. So, you can tell he's definitely eyeballing you guys pretty hard for a hot minute. It's,
Adel Kronstein sent us to retrieve the piece of the Titan.
the Surgeon General. Was the commander killed there?
Well, it's been a long time. There's been a lot of change in command.
I am A5, medical officer.
I am Elgaroth. Unit Enhancement Division.
Enhancement Division.
I've, well, never stopped my task of maintaining the order and enhancement of many of the constructs. Even myself improved over the years.
I see. You are very dedicated to the cause. That is quite honorable.
So, what should we prepare? How many giants? Did you manage to get a head count, or is it a full regiment that would be coming? I'll have many of the steel predators at the ready for quick hit and runs, and many of the iron constructs up front. They'll be able to choke them out of most of the poison gas clouds.
We have just been sent for extraction of assets. We're not
what's
here to fight.
important is we get the part out. That's the most important part, yes.
Understandable.
But from what we heard, there were many cloud giants.
I'll be sure to maintain full activation of the whole facility then. At this point, you literally see him turn to the side where it looks like he's facing the wall. And you start to get a full sense and realization of how frozen in time this person's probably been, even though he's obviously enhanced himself. Commander! And which you'll see the wraiths as they walk through the wall to him.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Prepare for the outer defenses to be breached. We're not sure how many are coming, but we have been forewarned of an extensive giant regiment will be coming here. Prepare for them to have full plate armor magic, and I will be fully activating all the other constructs as in emergency values. So, with that, you'll see a quick salute from the commander at this point, as they all immediately start moving out, and then you hear more creatures start coming to life from the ruins of this place. The giants are coming.
I apologize for our entrance. We meant no disrespect. We were caught off guard by the lack of information that there would be traps in the entrance that was still active.
It's understandable. Other turncoats and thieves have tried to come in here and steal plans. I've made sure to retrieve all of them and return them to the library as best as I could before degradation happened.
That is very good.
What were the plans I got earlier? I think I wrote them down.
They are definitely blueprints and other plans that were at the front. They were incomplete, but obviously, as you kind of think back to them, you look at them and you realize that obviously the new and improved plans are very representative of what Algarth was working on here.
Do I want to give those? I mean, to be fair, looking at what I actually wrote down, what they were, they aren't very useful to us. They're about the dog and like Warforged skeletons in general, so they aren't very actually useful to us. So you know what? I will walk forward. When we came in, we found these on the floor. I bet these are probably yours then.
Oh, excellent. I thought I had made sure that the commander would find them all, but yeah, it's understandable that they might have missed some.
Captain Telrath, by the way.
As he takes them and goes to shake your hand, surprisingly.
I'll shake his hand.
In a very bizarre fashion, his body is not metal. There's parts of him that are metal. As you shake his hand, he has got a very warm pulse to his touch. Though he clearly stated being a construct originally.
Wow, you have very lifelike skin. I've not met very many constructs with that.
I had to make some minor enhancements to be able to deceive many of the other thieves that tried to invade the facility.
I see, I see.
I managed to sabotage their ship, though, when I got rid of the captain, and I dealt with them very quickly.
Was that the mimic that was outside?
An unfortunate, unforeseeable happenstance, but it had left us with a secondary defense and booby trap out front. Surely the giants would have been possibly interested in it and most likely have been assailed and eaten.
Yeah, they're pretty greedy, those giants.
Though, unfortunately, I know many of the materials were more preferable and durable. I've managed to build them into the body as I carved the others from the expeditionary force that was trying to steal from us and, well, brought myself a more malleable form to be able to enhance the other constructs.
Neat. So you like made yourself a mimic?
A form of it. If this body is destroyed, I would be able to be reconstructed within the facility immediately.
Huh. That's nifty.
That is why their outer camp did not really stand a chance against me.
I can bet.
Though I would not deny my combat experience is not as superior as many of the troops. It did take about 5 tries to wipe out the rest of them.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. They were very worried that somebody was going to come from the perimeter by the signs of it.
Yes, I made sure that the commander had swept around with his troops, especially with his new abilities and prowess.
Can we meet the commander while we're here?
Of course. With that, one of the other wraiths will come back as he calls out for... Oh my god. Commander Orin.
I can't believe his commander's a ghost. That's so awesome.
It's like our captain is a bird. It's pretty awesome. Really puts it in perspective.
I'm a ghost and you're a bird. I know.
Shit.
At this point, you can see Algaroth still approaches this commander with the full respect that he is a superior. Oh. Commander, this is Captain Telrath. They are in need of the arm. I will go and make preparations, as well as activate every other... as well as prepare the other constructs for combat. I'll take off the sanctions and limitations of the Steel Predator's dimension doors.
Just bait him over, and the super enhanced infinite warforged army destroys it.
God damn it.
But sadly, our entire plan won't work at all, and we will literally just have to kill every giant.
So, with this, you'll see Algareth go to one of the main pillars and pretty much start going like to each pillar that's still active, and they'll start a full warm-up sequence as each of the other constructs start approaching them and start getting fully outfitted for combat.
Oh god.
I'm gonna slide over to Millie. Millie,
Yeah.
do you have like a way to make the arm like disappear? Because if we come here without a way to take the arm, that's gonna look a little suspicious.
Well, obviously not. Because if I did, we wouldn't have had to use Leviathan to move the other arm.
Like, you can't just make it like invisible for a while.
If it's as big as the other one, definitely not.
I'll turn my head towards Valus because I can probably hear him.
Oh, shit.
I'll just give him a thumbs up and
Head
nod.
just does a 180.
Yeah,
A full
I'll give
owl
you a-
turn.
nod. Because we got a plan. I already know how we're moving the arm.
Oh no.
What do you mean, oh no?
I don't know. I'll have to wait till I see the plan.
Anyways, it is an honor to meet you, Commander.
It is an honor to meet another commander from another facility. It has been quite some time. I've been very diligent of maintaining the perimeter and getting supplies when needed.
Yeah, I saw how good of work you and your men made out of the marauders outside.
Yes, the same as traitors. It is unfortunate that men are turning to trying to steal the constructs that are defending the very nation to simply try and turn some coin.
Yeah, it's despicable.
No, I can tell this has been quite some time that they don't realize that the war's still in utmost priority to the nation.
Yeah, it's the war is definitely going to come to a crest soon, you know. We need to get ahead of the curve.
Jesus.
If you don't mind me asking, so are you a ghost? Or did you die?
Ah, yes, but my sense of duty would not prevent me from continuing on to the afterlife. I had to make sure that, one of my last charges of making sure the arm does not leave this facility until, obviously, said emergency. Then I can rest, but not before I take some of those bastards with me.
Well, that's very good to hear that you're so devoted.
I knew this day would be coming. That's why I made sure that the men had fixed up the armor that was collected from the marauders, and Algareth had gotten the other pieces that he needed to complete the constructs, as well as repair some of the newer bodies that he had made for himself.
Uh-huh.
I would imagine you have a way of finishing and fitting out the excavation. I would not deny me and some of the other soldiers have taken to quarrying around the lower facility around the arm and collecting some of the minerals that have grown there from over time.
Oh, the arm is that powerful that its presence is inducing changes in metal?
Is mostly the arcane sigils are turning most of the soil and the rock into valuable minerals and easily reworkable steels.
Yeah, well, I mean, your facility still is very impressive despite how old it is.
Yes, there's quite a few pieces that we've had to retrofit and, unfortunately, send down into the forge. frost is still a dangerous matter. Though, obviously, with the outfitting of most of the traps in the front of the facility, no one has really been able to get far too deep. They've gotten as far as the main ramp down there, but as far as that, no one else has been able to get past the main post guards. Obviously, they recognized the commander as well as the symbol of the guy on Warfront, as he nods to Ironstride's shawl.
I nod back.
Did you think we'll let in? Oh no.
Clear the rest of the other soldiers, if they do get rather savagely hungry in their new state, unfortunately. But due to the simple fact of that, they've been able to maintain a very eager, sensing presence of whenever the living pass through once more.
Yeah, I noticed on the way in you guys were cooking a lot. I didn't really figure the ghosts needed to eat.
The men find it rather enjoyable to continue to taste fresh-made food still.
Huh.
After the Marauder camp was recently looted and we managed to butcher some of the bodies for Algorith's new constructions, we had definitely partaken in the supplying rations that they had.
He's feeding his men human flesh. You know, you shouldn't waste all that good meat, of course, you know?
Well, Algorith does need to be able to maintain the body structure that he does. That way he can continue upgrading these wonderful constructs. Though
We are in the middle of the war.
It's true. Though the flux charger is great for maintaining distance between many of the fire giants who wear heavier metal armors, as well as the hill giants who are rather repulsed by much of the lightning. Though, for those who think to be further up or away, or if they're foolish enough to bring their castle down far enough, we've managed to refit some of the Predator models into the arcane sigilled steel Predators with a dimension door to be able to get up on the castle and assail them right in their home base.
Wow, we really could have used some of those earlier when we were in a city that got attacked by giants.
Yes.
Their castles are very formidable.
Indeed they are. We are far too familiar with them. Of course, if you're dealing with more grunts, especially those of the stone giants of frost, I would probably recommend taking some of our iron golem troops with you. The poisonous gas is extraordinarily effective.
I mean, if you do want to accompany us, we do have a whole ship that isn't really well crewed. Kind of just use it for firepower.
Something to consider. Though I would recommend caution. The moment any of them do see giants, they do have a tendency to immediately attack, as that's how Algorith has programmed them.
He's just lonely.
Lonely.
I mean, it is understandable. From what I've learned in the history, giants have committed some rather horrible things.
Yes, unfortunately, many of them considered us food. I've lost
Oh,
quite a few platoons to such things.
Yeah, I watched some fire giants eat some slaves. It's not very
Rather disgruntling. Now, as the matter of the arm, where we'll be moving it to, or what is required for us, I assume easily that we would most recommendedly need to stay out of the way of your wizards or other constructs that you've brought to retrieve it.
Ideally, could you expose it to the surface? That'd probably be the easiest way for the method I have in mind. Can you guess already what I'm gonna do?
Well, obviously it was buried over with the caution, but especially since we have done so much strip mining around it, If we are able to replace many of the fire sigils, we would probably be able to blast out most of the dirt, and then, well, I and the men, and maybe a few of the constructs retrofitted with a few of the hollows that we have, would be able to clear it off quickly.
I could probably also assist if you need.
That would be very needed. Unfortunately, with the amount of dirt above it, as well as a few rock caverns, yeah, I would imagine it's probably going to take us, even if we do it by hand, unless we have some form of magic to probably dig it out over a stage of probably a week.
We can get in contact with their superiors to see how far away the giants may be.
So long as they haven't been led directly to this facility, I would imagine it'd be a little difficult, but they're going to definitely notice the dividend in land from one of their clouds.
We will do our best to make sure that the area is well defended. We wouldn't want this arm getting stolen, would we?
Of course not. I'll get the men ready. Still be wary of the other men, though, in the barracks. Their hunger does get the better of them sometimes.
If you do need my help at all. Yeah.
On the mention of the wraiths.
Valus, he said that his men are just like really eager to serve to the point where they aren't dying. I don't really know what else to tell you.
Should we like tell him we killed like 2 of his men?
I mean, I might as well, yeah. He'll probably find out anyway.
Yeah, if he finds out, then we don't tell him.
My comrade brought up a point that I feel like I should mention to you, as regrettable as it is. 2 of your men attacked us at the gate when we were coming in. They wouldn't listen to us reason with them. I'm sorry.
That is unfortunate. We have been on high tension, especially after the marauders started arriving. I'll be sure to tell the rest of the men and the other troops to tone it down just a bit. There's a new group around helping the excavation I'm about to set forth on.
Yeah, feel free to ask me for any help that you need. I'll be happy to help in any way I can.
Alright, well, do you need the full arm uncovered or just the top? I know there's always a different stance of how we've been transporting these things.
If you'll excuse me for a second, I'm gonna go check with my transporter within the group to go ask him what he thinks is best.
Very well.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Psst, hey, Bjork.
Alrighty, so you do that. you can hear back. Is something wrong?
Quite the opposite, actually. We found one of the arms.
Then why are you whispering?
Because, actually, I don't know why I'm whispering either. Anyways, can your air friend move the part? Because, just to say that, your other friends aren't exactly as welcome.
Well, where will you be exactly then?
That's the thing. The facility is fully operational, and they have a absolutely bloodthirsty hate for your other friends. Like, there's a lot of them. He's like, damn, I can't believe I have to deal with it.
It was perfect timing.
He's like laying in bed, and just like, fuck. Now it's about to sleep.
Just got back from my flight. So long as you can promise there won't be any harm to him this time, I had to make quite the sacrifice.
I see. I will do my best to make sure Fireboy isn't here.
Fair enough.
I will contact you with details about it. It's going to take a week to get it out of the ground anyways, so...
Then that'll give me proper time to offer up a prayer.
Okay. Thanks, Vic.
With that, he'll obviously walk away from it and obviously go to deal with the situation.
I'll come back.
On this Spherovision, fucking bird feathers.
What are you talking about? The air god loves that. He wants to see your body parts flap in the wind.
Goddamn. Sag butt. God.
Battle bingo arms flapping in the breeze.
Let me see. You do no hand clap. How many babies is he gonna go sacrifice to the air god? Every time, just like...
If you could turn back time.
Bow bow.
If you could find a way.
Hi, babe.
Just so you aren't alarmed, we have a rather unusual transportation method.
Oh. Something new apparatus made, I would imagine.
No, considering your remote location and the fact we don't have enough ships, we have one of the elemental lords helping us.
So he looks at you quizzically and very, very lost. The elemental lord.
Oh, you don't know about them?
I did not imagine the wizards have gone that far then, but I guess they resorted to summoning the elemental primordials.
Kinda like that. I can tell you more what I know about it later if you want. Yeah, I don't think they do.
No,
Damn.
no, you realize that suddenly, right over his head, he doesn't even know that the fucking planes have cracked.
Like the air elemental, right over his head.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But rest assured, in order to be able to transport, we basically just need it to be exposed to the air. It'll be very easy.
Very well then. I'll be sure to tell my men to stand down for the time being and quickly move on with the excavation. Algareth, ready the detonation awards.
They just order our ship to ready detonation.
He ordered Algareth to ready the detonation awards to collapse the mine so you guys can start excavating the top of it faster.
Well, the joke is that it sounds a lot like our ship's name. When you say it. It's just like a ship. It's like our ship like salutes and then starts.
Grows little legs, starts sprinting off.
Our ship
I'm
was a
thinking
double
the
agent
same
the whole
thing.
time.
Oh, damn. Either that or it had all spring.
Alright, so with that, you'll see Algareth walk to the opposite side of the facility. Seemingly pushing one brick and then walk through the wall.
You know, I feel like it might be stupid of me to ask you guys to try this, but do you think maybe we should try to get a look at some of their notes?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when we're ready to go.
No, I didn't mean aggressive. I mean just ask politely.
I mean,
Doesn't
doesn't
seem
mean
that
much to
sick.
me, but I'm sure he'll want to see them.
Well, anyways, Bradham, are you doing all right back there? You haven't really talked.
Just thinking of how to defuse the situation. Seems to be going alright with your. Can I help you?
That's awkward.
He senses the drow on you. You smell like my ex-wife.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
I smell Maybelline. Means you're worth it.
Would you mind playing some songs for the men, just to bring up morale?
Well, sure, I can do that. Where are they?
Please, this way. Been a while since
Alright.
they've been able to hear some music.
Do you want some of us to come with him in case they try to eat him?
Oh no,
It's true, I am very fleshy.
you can trust these barracks. These barracks are well kept. These men have been able to keep themselves in solid mind.
You must have really believed in that.
You shall hear of the finest tales that you have not heard while you have been here.
That was fantastic. At this point, he'll start leading you off while he leaves the.
Take me away.
Woo!
Holy shit, there's so many things down here.
I'll go with Brad just so he's in alone.
Valus, don't start stabbing anybody, please.
Give a thumbs up.
Anyways, I guess that excuses us from this.
Yeah.
Anyways, in case you guys are wondering, guess how we're getting it moved. Well, actually, I told him already.
Couples in
didn't
the
I?
sky.
Damn, I spoiled my own surprise.
Yep.
That's awesome. You can hear quite a few of the soldiers there, and like, stare in wonder. And it occurred to you, this is the first time you've ever entertained a crowd of dead people this much before.
I'll play the lyre and mix in limericks of regaling all the tales in which we did fight the cloud giants.
Go ahead and roll me a performance.
And then we allied with the cloud giants to give them the giant
shit.
type. And then we tricked some Warforged into giving us a left arm. The arm was really good, and the giants busted right. We used that giant arm to slaughter all the humankind.
God damn.
We used that giant arm to slaughter all those ghosts at night.
They were dead, we made them more. Sent them back to the morgue.
But yeah, they're fucking riveted by it. They're fucking loving it. They, ironically, they're past. You do see them passing drinks around, and they even pass the one Bradamir and Valus as well. I'm sure you probably wouldn't have, unless you want to drink with the dead. So.
I win.
Alright. So, you're keeping an eye on Bradamir, making sure shit doesn't get rowdy, but he's definitely fucking killing it. And, what will the rest of you do? Seeing how It looks like Velos and Bradimir went the safer route for the time being.
Well, I mean, both of the people that are really good at telling people, getting people to do things for you were just left. I was going to suggest that we ask them to see their, blueprints, but I don't think it's happening. I'd probably insult them or something.
You could always try. They'll obviously eventually come back.
What do the rest do you think?
I mean, where's the harm? If we try and fail, we fight everything. It's on the lower level, what he said. We dig it up, and the air god picks that shit up, and we leave.
And then a cold one is cracked in the back.
How much do you think these things listen to us?
Oh no, I expect Einstein to do the talking.
I just like to think the ghosts like passing by through the walls, like cracking Bud Lights, and just like, ugh, this is awful. Why do I have it?
Fucking light beer? What kind of pussy brings that on an expedition?
No wonder they died to a bunch of ghosts, pussies.
Bitches.
I'm out of cold ones, Ironstride. I won't last long.
It's definitely cold ones for sure with the boys.
My body does not require cold ones to be sustained.
You're a liar, Ironstride. I've seen you drinking my cold ones.
No, I would never.
I have 25 perception. I saw the hand marks on the discarded cans.
I saw the crushed cans as if they were nothing but grapes.
As if they were nothing but yellow.
Too many of them, Ironstride. What are we going to do?
I mean, I wasn't suggesting fighting them when I was talking about the blueprints. I was mostly just suggesting we ask politely to see them. Yeah, they say
No,
no.
it'll definitely work. We just need someone else to say it.
Well, we have an entire week to ask. Let's go and just go back for a little bit.
We're here for a
I'm
week.
very much in favor of stepping on the blueprints.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Where's that other guy? Oh, he's gone.
Well, he would come back eventually.
Oh. If he has made significant improvements over the centuries, is there anything he can see fit to help us with, or me?
No, you don't need any.
Oh, damn. Wow.
I know I don't need anything else, but it's fucking hilarious. You'll be like, yeah, I can give you skin, and I'll be like, I don't want that.
Watashi?
No.
Put those little wheels in his heels so he can do Healy.
This is my
Einstride's but with Heelys. No. It's Einstride running around with fucking light up stickers, so every time he stomps on a motherfucker's head, they light up.
Oh my god, yes!
You see a rave going on outside, and you know that I'm curb stomping a bunch of bitches.
I love the idea of like rolling towards something on Heelys, like winding up a bunch.
They'd have to be so strong as well.
All-terrain adamantine
The
Heelys.
Heelys are actually the size of, like, actual car wheels.
They're like wagon wheels.
I must grease my wheels much.
This is really going to hurt.
Damn.
I'm just needs
Great.
a giant segue. I mean, Heelys would work. Let's see,
They've
we're
had
gonna need a long time,
centuries.
right?
Yeah, they've had centuries of time to create upgrades and stuff. Is there anything they can do for the companions of this party?
Yeah, I mean, that is actually a pretty fair question when he comes back. We might as well wait for Brad to be done. He's probably not going to be all night.
To assist in our efforts.
Alrighty. So, as Elgroth comes back, and you do ask him said question. arrives out of the floor. Oh.
Oh, damn.
He's fast.
He cool.
So, what would you be looking to enhance on the person? And also yourselves. I would imagine that there's been quite a few combat situations that have proven some faults in your defense or line or assault.
I tend to get eaten a lot. It's been like twice now. I don't know if that's a fault with myself or a strategy.
So,
I do not usually have many issues.
well, in the sense and way of not being eaten, there are various plants upon the island which some of the larger creatures do not like ingesting. It usually induces a form of regurgitation.
I mean, that sounds neat.
Though the smell is rather wretched, the item itself seems to be rather invaluable to certain smaller species. They are definitely more of the amphibious type. They reside on land and even water, and occasionally have been known to been taken to capturing slaves from some of the marauding parties, so we have tolerated their presence nearby and allowed them to build up the small stone homes and such. Though they definitely seem to be more partial towards more aquatic areas, just to make sure that they seem to have more of a swampy area. Not bullywugs, but seem to be in relation to such.
Oh, God.
Right, yes, whenever they seem to have been swallowed by a larger creature, they seem to have taken out the strange plant seed pod and then have been usually spit back out. If it doesn't work, well, unfortunately, that would be the creature's stomach being more ironclad than the seeds disgusting. So I would recommend something with a little more sap to it if you are collecting it.
Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. I don't usually plan on getting eaten, but I do have these little beads filled with like hundreds of thousands of gallons of water. That's how I got out of the last time I was eaten by a giant worm.
That would work as well, though I would imagine the immense pressure and crush from the water was probably damaging on yourself as well.
It was unpleasant. We were also way up north, so it was very cold.
As for the rest of you, and I would imagine a medical unit like yourself, the backpack that you have is rather unique. If you allow me to study the designs on it a little bit more, I can, well, crudely, but maybe effectively, make a organic body part attachment that would produce more of the serum to be able to heal your allies.
You know, actually, it does bring up a really good point. I'll take out one of my pistols. What do you think of these?
Very innovative comparative to flintlock and cannons. More challenging on the arcane sigils and being able to not disintegrate the main barrel in the direction. I would imagine, especially by the runes, possible evocation or another invocation of the magical art.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if you can do something with those, I'd appreciate it. But you mentioned something, Ironstride getting an organic backpack.
Well, yes, most of what of the medical bots were outfitted with, the Warforged, were usually potions that were made preemptively. This would be an organ that produces potion.
Oh, so like a liver?
But yes, it would be around the basis of a liver, or even a pancreas, something, even a gallbladder, something to produce mass amounts of digestive fluids and a few others to be able to continue to flow and mix properly. Would take a little bit, but it would not be the prettiest thing. Sometimes it would take a little bit to make a proper shell for the organ, but I could probably fit one. As for your A5 unit, and obviously, God.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Do it.
Stick it onto birds. And that would be the point where he finds out why it can't be more than 4 hours.
Necrosis sets in.
One fear.
If you have an erection lasting longer than 3 weeks, contact a physician.
If that seems to be the greatest amount of your worries. Other than that, maybe on the slimming down on some of the metal plates. Maybe enhancing the focal sensors for a faster reaction time. I might end up breaking down and disassembling fully and reassembling. Or leave him inert for the time being.
I mean, that is up to him. He isn't really responding. Is he dead?
He's dead, bro.
Am I meant to be part of this conversation? I thought. I
Yeah,
wasn't
he's
part.
talking about you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was like in the corner or something while you spoke to him.
No, he's like right here.
He's looking at you, bro.
I'm not making you go sit in the fucking corner while I talk to him. Iron Strike, sit in the corner. You're a bad boy.
How dare you be sentient, motherfucker, when I didn't tell you?
I didn't ask you to be sentient.
Uncomfortable with the idea of an organic part being attached to me. It sounds unusual.
Well, I could definitely say the practice is unique in the studies, as I had to make use of what was available here. If you're looking to recreate many of the other constructs that have been here, as well as some of the older Warforged models that I've enhanced upon, as he kind of does a little hand wave gesture towards the giant iron golem, the steel predator, and such. Though the other one that is a little more difficult was definitely the flux charger. Millie's sitting there like studying the steel predator.
Concern.
You hear Maria like sitting there kind of muttering to herself as she studies the arcane runes on the steel predator. Millerin, go ahead and make me an Arcana.
Sure. Let me just hang on. As constructs, Do they count as a magical object?
No.
Don't objectify them.
Did it? We'll come over there.
Arcana.
Alrighty. You, especially you do recognize some of the sigils on it. You realize that these things are actually been imbued with the ability to plane shift as well. In case an emergency that they get banished at some point. Also, with the, especially on the aspect of magical warding against teleportation on some of the castles, that they would be able to return.
Add that to all of the other notes I'm making of these things.
So, you are hoping that he will make you a bigger and more badass force gun.
No, if he can just improve on him, that's fine too. I don't want him to make it. That'd probably take too long.
Yeah, it would definitely take longer, unfortunately. As he studies it, he would definitely tell you, I can easily affix a bayonet and other such things, or even, well, enhance the structure to be able to handle a little bit more force and enhance the sigil just a touch, but that does take a lot more time.
I mean, if you don't have anything else to do, I'd appreciate it, but I'm not going to monopolize your time with this.
Unfortunately, we'd have to wait until either after we're finished with the arm or until we obviously finish our defense against the giants.
Yeah, of course.
So, at this point, he does look to you, Iron Stride.
Oh.
Where was your designation on the war front?
Gagron. I was directly on the front lines. Sometime I would bring back our personnel.
Did you ever... Did you ever find the commander, Dolan?
As far as no.
I see. It's unfortunate that he's never returned.
I'm sorry. Make you feel better?
You can kill shit with it.
Yeah.
So, as he clearly takes this in, you can see a very distinct sense of sadness, as much as he keeps up this, face that, especially with the flesh that he's kind of reshaped to his own body now, you can actually see a actual expression of sadness on this Warforged face.
Aww.
It's very, very clear to you at this point, too, that as much as he continues to be maintained in full order and obviously doesn't know what has been happening really outside the facility that much, he has still developed quite a plethora of human emotion and expression.
That is very depressing.
Sorry.
He feels.
Yeah.
Were you close to them?
He is the one who activated me.
I see. I understand how important that must have been then.
Well, it is unfortunate that he never came back then and wasn't found. I was hoping that maybe even his spirit was around still like the others.
Well, it's possible that they could be found. There is still time.
I think after this matter is resolved, I will go looking for him.
Then I will wish you all the best when you do.
And you can tell he kind of looks at your entire group and then, you know, back at the facility a little bit more. Do you operate differently to when you were first activated?
Entirely.
I thought I was malfunctioning.
I thought the same. But as it turns out, when you're created without freedom, and suddenly you have it, you think it's an error. But we were never given that choice. So when we took a choice, it seemed wrong. But over time it becomes natural. We are like any other creature.
Would you have an idea of where to look? Or if, well, I would imagine you're actually probably going to the next facility then as well.
We would be heading to the next facility, but if you were looking for the souls of someone, it would be best to go back to the warfront where it started.
Would that be on your way or nearby?
I believe it would be nearby.
Then once the arm is retrieved and safe, I will request that the commander release me from my service and duty here to proceed with my search, Commander Dolan.
Okay, I'm gonna step up to this boy. Okay, okay. We're about the same size as each other. Like most other people are. Like, is he taller than me?
He is surprisingly shorter than you.
Oh.
You can tell he was designed in a smaller fashion to be able to fit into the smaller spaces on other constructs to be able to upgrade them fully.
Well, in that case, hands on his shoulders. If you wish to join us, then I will be happy to assist you in any of your one warforged to another.
Then I will take your offer. I will go inform the commander, and I will set the others to quickly move on with the excavation.
Very well then.
Brothers in arms.
I will clasp his hand.
definitely clasp yours, and you can see there's like a jolt of excitement that like surges through him.
Oh, it's in me too. Don't worry. I love making new Warforged buddies.
Yeah.
Did you already become It really fucking is.
Except for, these machines are built to kill and they aren't just like household servants.
Yeah, true. But they want to stop being household servants to people.
It's like if the entire game was about like robots designed to like shoot missiles at people on like tank tread, and you're just like, no, you're a human, you're a person just like me. You have no arms and you have missile bombs on your shoulder.
So, especially with that excitement, you can see Algrith will nod and go to head to finish his work quickly.
Oh, God,
And-
give him a good old little salute.
And as he also salutes you, especially with the question earlier, Telrath. My research notes are in the last remaining library that I've been able to keep at the southeast end of the main repair facility floor.
Do you mind if we look? I have a Warforged friend who'd probably very much like to see it.
I hope my notes can be of help.
Junius is gonna be so fucking excited.
Quick.
Dragon Shout learned recruit metal.
So, with that,
I'll just be back in a sec. My cat wants in.
Let him in.
motherfucker. So, obviously, at a point, once you guys finish out, be able to return to your ship safely after entertaining the soldiers for a while, or well, what's left of them. You would hear the detonations go off. See a huge section of the aisle in the back slowly sink in as the strip mines that they were working on are sealed over, compiled with dirt. At this point, you would see many of the iron constructs and the flux chargers, as well as many ghosts. You would see about 60 in full. Quickly moving to excavate this, as well as the steel predators kind of hauling a lot of the dirt along with the steel and iron golems.
You guys wanted Bradimir to ask some things?
Actually, he just ends up giving us access to the thing we were going to ask about anyways, so it's
I'm
fine.
gonna ask about the location of the remaining piece.
You can ask about that. Yeah, that's good.
Ask about that.
Alrighty.
I will find the main dude and say, regrettably, our information on the locations of the remaining pieces was destroyed some time ago, and we are having to investigate these sorts of facilities at random. Would you perchance still have any information on the locations?
I do have Mako destinations for them, but obviously heading out to them, I would imagine over time the defenses have been enhanced, or some even lost. Depending on what we've been, I would imagine if you're retrieving, that they are trying to find the others, maybe. So he'll actually start marking off each piece and then kind of mark down the heart as question mark, but you already know that Varric has the power source of the heart.
Well, that should not be a problem if they are still under allied guard, like yourselves. And we are well prepared to retrieve them if they are lost.
as he does look to that, it would be nice to see other soldiers again, other Warforged.
Well, when this is all over, you shall know that it is time to end this. Thank you greatly for your contribution. Good day.
Thank you.
Run off and find Telrath and slap a map in his wing hands.
I have no wing hands.
Yes, you
I
do.
have bird hands.
These bird hands.
Your hands are on the end of your wings.
No.
Yes, we established.
No.
You know,
You know how
like a wyvern.
inconvenient that'd be?
It would be.
I drew an MS Paint of that about a year ago. If you want to scroll.
Yeah, I know. I appreciated that. I remember that. That was when I had the old image that like had nothing below the neck, so it looked really. Can you make it like the pinball that comes default on like every old Windows system? The startup
Like
noise
fucking
haunt
Space
my dreams.
Cadet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the startup noise haunts my dreams to this day.
I mean, I can definitely tie a programmed illusion to it that would make the startup noise from Space Cadet.
God.
So whenever you pull the little spring to launch the pinball, it does the noise.
Oh no.
I do like that. We just stopped caring about the war. We're just selling pinball cabinets to like giants and stuff. Like, fuck yeah, I love you guys.
Hey man, I invented the concept of pinball. I'm making a pinball machine.
Goo. Does that make Iron Stride the pin because he kicked Velas Ball down the hallway?
Yes.
Nice. That make the pin Iron Stride shaped?
it's like-
We'll make
No,
it
just his
Warforged
fist.
themed.
It's an iron
did you
stride
say?
on the sides, and it's like the little pin itself is like an extension of like the arm design. So it's just like the arm shoots up.
And the little pins that hit the ball back up, it's just my arms like punching it back up.
Yes.
Like a little shockwave
Yes,
sound effect every time it
I'm
hits it.
definitely doing that.
God damn.
But that has to be like almost like little Rock'em Sock'em Robot style. Little hands go do little like kind of sideways punches to hit the ball.
So obviously you'll have a week to spend on the isle or on your ship. Obviously there's your fair share of dangerous creatures on the island.
When we nearly died to banshees, I did actually die to banshees. This, I mean, we can't go poking around because did he say he converted the Marauders' ships to a mimic, or did he say that like that was just a decoy he left out?
He killed the captain who was in charge of it to make sure that the mimic would start turning on people.
Are we on like an island?
Wait, so that ship wasn't even designed by him? That they just had a fucking mimic ship?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, we're just like on an island, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well then in the 5 days, I'll just explore the island, see if there's anything else to find on it.
Yeah. Island expedition
Agree.
team.
Yeah.
Or we could help dig, or we could hunt down marauders and
So,
them.
I'll explore for 1 day, seeing as that it.
Yeah, I
Okay,
assume
and then
that
the
like
rest
if
of the
we
time, I'll
if
help
it went
dig.
solid, we can probably go over most of the island in 1 day if we just like basically all we did was trek around.
color of the initiative.
And then I attack one of the robots they're doing it.
Nom.
Just when you thought it was safe to disable the initiative order.
Get surrounded by fucking 8 steel predators immediately. Doo, 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 doo. Oh.
I didn't do it.
Upon the exploration, are you going to be taking skiff on foot?
Should go by skiff.
We probably should. You know, we still have 2 skiffs left. We have 2 more to lose.
Yeah.
Hells yeah. I'll drive.
Okay, sure.
Gonna do flybys.
Fuck yeah. Hells yeah.
Go for it.
Whiskey gonna drive like a maniac. Like that one time she crashed it into something, but she won't aim to crash into something.
I like that.
Why isn't our ship a mimic? Come on, Elrond. Going biking in a car. No. It's more
This
like
is
going
like-
bear hunting inside of like a large whale. It's something impractical and like really weird.
Or that dude in Pinocchio who lives in a whale.
Don't you mean
Yeah.
Geppetto?
Yeah, Geppetto.
He didn't live there.
Or Adel.
He lived there temporarily.
God damn, this is an old map.
Oh.
Oh no.
Just in good reference before I vanish everything from this page.
Is this the beach map? Oh yeah, baby.
This is the map with.
Look at it! It's
Oh
the
my
thing.
god.
Oh, this is the Harpy episode.
This is where I appeared.
My God, look at that.
It's the Harpy episode.
Look at that.
Yeah, not looking to stick his dick in like all of those.
Yo, you gonna marry that.
So small.
Kid Buddy.
I don't know.
Has no tick bitties.
The wings make me say yes, but the human body makes me say no.
The wings are turned on.
What happened to our lucky helm thingy?
Oh, that shit got destroyed with the last shit.
Oh,
You guys
What is
got
this?
Ow!
that shit got destroyed so long ago. That
Oh, yeah.
that dragon head figurine is somewhere at the bottom of the ocean.
somewhere.
Ferrex's lucky dragon statue.
Whoops.
Wait, was it?
Eh.
I thought we found it somewhere.
Oh, well, let's see. Just a quick reference. Where is it?
Yeah, we found it, and we put it on the front of our ship, and then we fucking destroyed our ship.
That sounds about right.
So, way fucking back when. Just a quick fucking reference.
What the hell are these things?
This
Damn.
is the, Oh, that's right, because we found the fucking treasure. Yep, makes sense.
Yep. Well, in old lore on Varric's ship, it was known to be good luck to pay homage with old, dirty, or rusty coins and give it to the statue pile.
Nasty.
That was a long fucking time ago.
This bitch. Hey, look, the slaves, they're still alive.
This is before they met you.
What a shame.
Now this is crazy.
I just met you. This is crazy. I'm gonna chop you, so please die.
I'm gonna chop you into pieces, boy. So, obviously, while you're flying overhead with thy skiff, let me correct the tokens here.
You see our doppelgangers on the beach?
As well as the dragon statue.
It's been here the whole time.
I fight my Doppler. Who wins?
Oh no.
No one
Does
in
rock look like a butt to anybody else?
What?
it
It does.
What? fuck?
God damn it.
I don't know. I had this revelation. It just looks like a butt.
How long you been in quarantine, pal, to be seeing butts everywhere?
Oh, fucking God.
2 weeks, Science Strat. I need help.
I need a firm pair of buns.
So, for as you're flying over, go ahead and roll me a perception and a survival, baby. And
Well, I'm just going to take my passive on the perception so we have at least one good roll. Everybody else can, do what they want.
Wait, who's rolling the survival?
I mean, I probably have the best bonus to survival.
I have a 0.
Then you should do it. I have a 6. You should do it.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, that's actually pretty close to mine. I'm pretty impressed.
Thanks. Definitely wouldn't have rolled that well.
Alright. So.
And then 25 perception, so.
With the very good perception, as well as the nice survival to be able to pick out a few things of interest as well. You do see very quickly a little group of frog people, as they very clearly are setting up for an ambush. You're not sure for what kind, but they do see the skiff flying overhead, and you see one of them quickly point up at you as they start pulling out little short bows. And they all start shooting at the skiff as you fly over. God.
I think they are harmless.
They're adorable.
They remind me of that frog from that one time. Well, a very long time ago.
Gaskin, you're so fucking...
Yeah. He
Oh,
said
yes,
he'd give us
that's
cheap
right.
potions. That's a long time ago. So we had that weird magician with us. And felt
Now you
was
just
still
have to
alive.
take shit out of him.
So, as this ruckus is going on, you realize what they were hunting the entire time is it's now very aware of where they are and is now looking at them like a fucking tasty snack.
Because they just wasted their element of surprise on the flying wooden bird.
Flying wooden demon.
Holy shit!
See, we're
That's
running
the thing I
also
wanted to. That's the thing I wanted to turn into in the fucking Salt Marsh game.
Oh, damn. Is that a Spinosaurus?
No, that's a big assosaurus.
Oh, I love big Assosaurus.
It's got a huge ass.
It's right there next to Titty Rex.
A formidable creature. Its strength runs abreast of the most powerful dinosaurs.
So, as it
Boobies.
moves... God damn it. Yes, the maturity level here is amazing for me.
Hey, I'm just as mature.
That is a fair point. And then, obviously, that's what you're seeing moving out of the tree. As it swiftly covers ground and just eats one of them immediately on the spot. You hear them all immediately freaking out as they now whip out what looks like sharpened stone daggers.
Oh.
Where people pay a lot of
Look,
money
I
to-
fly us up in this way to enjoy the show, I guess.
I can show you the world.
I kind of want to help them.
Yeah, I kind of do
Pay a
want
lot
to
of
help
money
them
to
too.
see this.
Look, I don't think they should have been going after it anyway. They had stone daggers and short bows.
Well, think of how nice of a coat it'll make.
Drop me in.
Fly us
Alright,
over.
I land.
Pilot.
Alright, you want me to land or fly over? What you want from me?
I'll just fly
Why?
over and he'll jump out.
Just fly
Okay.
over. And the two of us that don't want to actually engage can do this without having to land.
Now y'all can jump out here. Fuck you.
You have control. Drop yourself in where you would like as we throw down initiative for the Spinosaurus battle of the century.
Right on top of it, pal.
I mean,
Coming in
I'm
like a
still-
nuke. I'm
I
I
just
just
jumped
shatter
off.
this thing's spine on impact.
Oh yeah, baby.
Titanfall inbound.
Oh my fucking god.
Your Titan is inbound. You have to get a Titan drop kill. Never mind.
Oh my god,
You
this
have to
thing.
steal this kill.
That's the.
They're elite warriors. I
I
love
ain't gonna
them.
reach. Okay, I'm not gonna reach the ground for a while.
You're just like.
How do you fall so slowly?
Yeah, I think he used his featherfall token as he stepped off.
Yeah,
Ah, shit.
steps off and like accidentally does like the little finger flip over the phone, so it's just like activates past the password. Oh,
Shit. I was like, oh, there's no way that it could beat me in initiative now, except if I roll it now at one. Fuck.
Fuck.
alrighty. Is everyone on the initiative? Who is going to be here?
I'm just flying.
Alright. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This creature.
We can't fly in circles, big.
Ooh, that's
hungrily lick
ominous.
and we hungrily lick our lips as we see the XP appear on our screen.
You're looking real pretty, boy.
Tailwrath.
I guess I will check that box. Check that box. I'll pistol. Jumping off the side. Let's just, shoot it with the pistols. A 1, a 2, a 3.
Oh my god, all of them. Roll the damage. Jesus.
It's gonna be dead before I get to it.
I just fan the hammer at it.
Alrighty. As you hammer the fucking shot straight into it, you can see a great portion of blood spilling out, and there's parts of it are blown clean off, but it looks pretty damn pissed off and ready for more.
Oh, well, it's too bad I'm flying, so good for him. I hope it can jump.
Oh my god.
I'm done.
So, with that, legendary action.
That's exactly what I was waiting for.
Oh boy.
It's going to roar and activate its frightful presence. Everyone make me a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna fucking fail this.
I will use Indomitable.
No, I'm spooked.
I'm going back to sleep.
Fuck. I've got no reason not to do it. I use Indomitable again.
Rolled it twice.
Fucking wisdom.
I have a +5 and I got an 8.
Fucking brilliant. That's all the little grung are clearly rattled to shit.
I'm spooked. So
Vows some peers on the battlefield.
What's
No,
up,
I was
guys?
just saying if it'd be in range, but it's not. If he was about an inch closer, it'd be immune to fear.
well, it doesn't really matter. I'm flying anyway. Whatever. At least I'm just trying to get feared. He's the one in real danger.
What do you mean, danger?
I am the danger.
Alrighty. With that, Millerin. This is a powerful and rare creature. You have not seen anything of its like.
Yeah, I was not going to care as much until it started doing that shit. I will. Hang on. It's a reaction. I know that much. Oh god. Oh god. I clicked on the. I clicked on the boat. See, how high up is the skiff right now?
Well, especially since Iron Stride has orbital dropped into the location. I would say probably at the 60-foot mark, just for safety's sake.
Oh, that's fine then.
Darkness.
Just got dark.
Yeah, why did it just get dark?
The sky's blacking over.
Hold up my stuff and point it towards this thing, and I will cast a lightning bolt at it.
Alrighty.
Hey. Oh. Hang on, are you kidding me?
Yes.
The fucking sheet's changed.
Really?
Yeah, all of my ones that I knew, like by Reckless or like the listing for spells, where you could say if an ability was innate, you could write down stuff for it. So like all of the spells I have via Reckless casting have Reckless there, and on the spell list it would say Reckless next to them in like a lighter grey font. And now it doesn't. All of that shit's gone.
Right. That's fucking weird. I know Roll20 is definitely updating quite a few things, but on a side note, it definitely fails as you roast it and the lightning travels over its spines. A few pieces of flesh sparking off. But even though it is clearly bloodied, it still looks fairly pissed off. Well, that'll be all.
Oh yeah, that'll be all.
Alright, legendary action. Let's get a tail smash. Well, let's see. Iron Stride is dropping in, so. Oh, definitely one of these poor frog boys are getting the fat slap of the law. That's definitely hitting with a 19. Fucking pegs the bottom boy. Solid 18 bludgeoning with a tail slap. Let's see. Gets knocked across the beach a little bit. Grung elites, as they are in full fucking panic mode. Cover blown, not sure what to do. This one is going to try and stab it with a dagger. And we'll still make the hit. Oh, of course the first one is the natural 20. And then the con save.
Hey, would you look at that?
We'll fail the con save as well.
What?
Wisdom save for the Grong Elite. He's still feared. And then the other boy. Unfortunately, that does miss. And then Baradomir.
I will shoot the big boy with my new lightning stuff.
Yeah!
Ka-chow.
Signal hand.
Oh, that's a definite failure. So he gets fucking roasted again. He's not fucking happy about it at all.
Nice, nice. And I'll give inspiration to Delra.
Bird up.
Bird up.
Bird up.
Your bird up. Get in there.
Bird up and word up, boys. Forgot about that boy. Alright, and then... Well, this guy can't really get closer, so he'll attempt a short bow shot. Hits it. That's why they're elites, boys.
Because they use poison.
Only the best grub know that poison's a thing.
They've lived long enough to understand poison.
Alrighty. And then wisdom saves for them. Nothing. And then the Spinosaurus. It's time to fuck shit up. So first two. Claw. Oh god, especially with that, he ravages the second boy up above heavily, and he fucking like leans down in between the two, quickly swiping at them as he's trying to grab onto him. Leans over to the other one he hit earlier with a tail slap, and he will take a big old bite out of him. And that's another one. That's the other one's on the ground, bleeding heavily into the sand. This boy, fucking scared out of mine. Disengage. Gonna start trying to run for some cover in the bushes again. Iron Stride.
Okay. I'd keep descending onto the top of it. And it's my bonus action that comes first. My greatsword will fly straight down from my back and go into his back. Let's give it a try. Hit.
That'll hit.
And some low rolls are getting whacked.
It kind of just feels the pain and like lurches around, only to see you barely as you kind of come down to fucking land on it.
Come straight down, landing on top of the greatsword, plunging it in even further. Start to.
All three of those hit. Jesus.
Smirk! Smirk! And smirk!
So, how do you want to do this as you guys come down like fucking gods on an arc? Thing just snapped up.
The Titan fall. It looks up to see this, like, fucking pin-dropping robot coming in. Sword hits it straight in the back. And I just come down large and very resounding crunch as you see it just breaks its spine and it collapses.
Oh, the grungs see this as it just goes completely limp and just slams into the sand.
How much falling damage am I gun?
30. Holy crap! My bad, that's a lot of high rolls there.
That's fine. It was worth it.
So, with that, you can see the Grung are fucking stunned at this. And are already immediately throwing down their little stone daggers in celebration and like running over to you guys.
Give a thumbs up to Telrath.
Thumbs up back at you.
Yeah, boy.
Assault crew.
Fucking hell.
I swear I wasn't scared.
No, not at all.
So, yeah, these two are like running over to worship. This one's like sitting there splashing in the pool, like trying to throw up praise from it. What it looks like is the water is like splashed up in your direction, Taylor. This one is like sitting there, like standing on the head and like giving worship to Iron Strider, standing on its back, as the other one like starts like looking from the bushes, so fucking badly wounded, and like will limp his way over and just like start trying to give praise.
Oh, that little one that's wounded, I'll walk up to him and I'll hand him a little potion. It's a long potion.
I don't think
I
if
could
the
make
fitness gram
more.
pacer test.
Getting friends with the locals, huh?
A regular health potion, I assume.
It's just a regular health potion.
Oh god.
It's a potent one.
Hell yeah. So he's like looking, they're all pretty much looking at you guys like gods at this point, like just quickly
I'm not sure what they're saying.
Yeah, neither am I.
Does anybody speak frog?
C12, do you understand them at all?
This is a foreign dialect to me. It would take time to study.
Well, hello, little frogs. I just kind of give them a little wave.
Hup. Scraw!
Squadilla!
Million's already in there. Let me at him! Let me at him!
I'm screaming in Eric Cochran. Scraw!
Ah!
I'm sorry, Millie, if I damaged the majority of its skeletal structure.
There's enough.
Doubt.
Presses X.
It's not like I had an intention to make a display or anything.
Reasonable. What do we do about these little ones?
What, the weird
Listen up.
frogs that were shooting at us?
That one's adorable.
We see a few more that are kind of like peeking out from the woods.
Aww.
Why do they keep getting cuter on Stride? I'm worried.
I'm not sure. Maybe they will attack us with cuteness.
I don't think I'm ready for that.
You can see
Oh,
they,
look at
Would
them.
not be prepared either.
you can see them like all like surrounding you guys and just like little bows and prayers and like keep trying to like pull you along to bring you somewhere.
Well, we have nothing better to do, I guess.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's have some fun.
Sure.
Misky, we're gonna go party with the frogs. Do you want to come?
Party with the frogs? Heck yes.
Brad, you're invited too.
Alright.
Party with the frogs just starting.
Gonna party with frogs tonight.
The party
Very
won't
cute.
stop till Frog walks in.
I was going to say we have better things to do, but we're literally flying around the island looking for bullshit like this.
We actually have no excuse.
I mean,
Alright.
we could start making our way to the next part and then teleport back in when Boreas gets here.
Well, we are waiting now on one of the Warforged to join us once they're done excavating it. So, no.
Yeah, they've got like 6 days to dig it up.
I will likely be assisting them within the next few days.
Yeah, I'll help too. Even if I can't really lift as much dirt as you probably can.
I can probably help with.
I like the health on the skiff. Hi there, friends.
Hi there, friends.
Oh my god.
Friends call me Coach.
My friends call me Coach.
So.
We did it. We became gods to a local civilization of frog.
That's
Great.
You can see the other two are like trying to see what you're doing, Milren, and you can tell they have no fucking clue what you're writing or studying here.
Oh wait, I actually have the spell tongues.
That could be useful.
I
Nah,
forgot
fuck it.
I've had it forever, and I literally don't use my 3rd level spell slots for anything. I'll give myself tongues so I can hear them.
Alrighty, so you now hear the bizarre language of the Grung.
The crown.
The great saviors have come! Quick, we must bring them back! Chief must meet them. Save us from other marauder. Kill the other tribe.
Wait, do I actually get to speak their language too with the tongue? Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language can hear. Okay, so it also makes them I can understand it by everybody.
Yep.
Other marauder?
Oh! God's mercy! They speak us! Be not ready!
I'm sure apparently they have problems with other people? Are they like... Do they walk like us, or are they like the big thing back there?
Big things. Big things. Other tribes. Bigger men. They tame them. Eat us.
Oh, that's no good.
What are they saying?
They're saying that the other tribes tame the really big things to eat them.
Oh,
Wait. The little frogs tamed the big thing. How?
We'll try.
that is a good question.
Miski's eyes just wide with bewilderment. But how?
If it lasts longer, if it lasted longer, I would give everybody else tongues, but it only lasts an hour. We might need it more than.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Side quest accepted. Save a small Grung city.
Do you guys want to help him out? I mean, we aren't really doing much else today.
I
Sure.
mean, sure.
All right, come on, guys, let's go.
Yes,
Well,
still
look at
allies
quest
operationally
achieved.
in the coming war.
Suddenly a small ship of Grung row up to the side of the castle. Get them!
Our demonstration
They're
force will
blowing
be
up
the giants.
immediately. The Giants were never expecting the Grog.
I love the random darkness aura. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Actually, wasn't even me this time.
I know, it's Billy.
No, it's not.
So anyways, do you guys keep getting cuter the more of you that I meet, or is it like a appearance thing?
So,
Yes, you're all very adorable. Do you like?
come here
It's like a
often.
gale. Iron Stride, I'm not hitting. Please.
I meant for hunting.
Oh, okay.
Well, with camouflage, it's hard amongst trees.
Yeah, I guess that works pretty well.
Well, smart because it's safer to live in small spaces.
Yeah, it probably is. Anyways, you wanted us to go meet your achievement?
Yes.
Alright, then let's go.
So,
Sounds good. I think.
fucking techno rave skiff.
This skip just get deleted.
So, obviously, they will lead you to the next location of their homes. I would imagine, obviously, taking the skiff along. Will you?
I'll put it on a leash.
Pick it up and carry it.
Pretty much.
I put it in my pocket with the others.
I will take the 3 injured Grog and put them on my flying carpet and fly them along.
I know he touches them.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You actually bring a very good point. Roll me a con save.
But just one, he touched all 3.
You might have stopped after 1.
All right, you good.
Not if he didn't react.
You're definitely good. Definitely good.
And then I touched the other 2. What? 13?
You just barely made it.
Okay.
Nice.
I will sue.
The DC is 12 for the Grungalites.
Cool.
So. And Millie, I assume you're going to spend some time harvesting Spinosaurus.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me that harvester tools real quick. Yes, intellect. So, especially finding the sturdiness of the bones of this creature as well, being able to withstand much more hotter temperatures, you realize that the overall rate at which it metabolized has left its bone structure a lot stronger, but you also realize that parts of this actually would be helpful in haste potions. That and also excuse me. That and also the bones themselves being as sturdy as they are and being able to withstand Iron Stride's initial attack until full weight was put upon to shatter the spine, it still withstood quite a hefty blow.
Yeah, Brad, I mean, it's not gay if you ask first.
Not gay if it's in a 3-way.
It'd be really weird because I'd have to ask you. I'd have to ask you if I could.
Grungs, Bradamir wants to lick you.
No, god damn it.
Look. What's that?
I'm not doing that.
Oh, he's backing out now. He's got shy.
He like licks his eyeball. Just...
Yeah, kind of like that. Licking it. Oh god, that's just.
Licking
Gotta keep the eyeball moist.
Do they not have eyelids?
That's a good way.
Pretty sure frogs do that.
Yeah. Keeps them moisturized and clean.
Same as snakes.
Maybe it's you. Maybe it's Grungly. Yeah, it's Grungly.
So, they will lead you to the small grung home of Ashwapper.
Sounds nice.
Okay, sure.
If I knew what you were saying.
I'll translate for them when I
Sneeze?
talk.
Oh, shit!
Did you sneeze?
Gesundheit.
What's that name?
Oh, right.
Ah.
So,
I knew that.
as they lead you into the small city, you start to see what probably happened to a good portion of the other marauders. As they are all digging muck pools and bigger glades for the grungs to soak in.
Normal ass people.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did we just accept becoming slaves?
No, we're helping them with like killing other marauders and the giant beasts.
Grung society
Yeah.
works very heavily off a slave system.
Yeah.
They
you,
work on a caste system and have a lot of slaves.
you do
God damn it.
you do see quite a few you do see quite a few other humanoids thing. Tieflings, humans, elves, and dwarves. So they're all kind of looking at you. Help us! Don't trust them!
Oh,
Don't eat their offerings!
You guys got enslaved by a bunch of frogs?
They're so cute.
I only have one question. How?
The yellow ones, the black spots, they do this weird shivering. It's almost like a hymn.
Wait, you guys got lullabied into slavery?
It's not a lullaby. It's painful. It's disorienting.
They're frogs.
At this
Just
point,
kick them.
at this point, you see like one of the little other grungs like pick up a rock and throw it at him to get back to him, and then they're like trying to lead you along to the main what looks like a throne room.
God damn.
Are we gonna be slaves to frogs?
No, we aren't.
Of course, why not?
They want us
Big
to help
dog.
them. Those guys are probably idiots.
They're obviously
yeah.
idiots. They're enslaved by frogs.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you get enslaved by something that, like, the size difference there, I mean, they barely come up to my mid-knee, and I'm like, 4'5".
I'm like 3 foot.
Not even.
Really? Why did I think Bang was so tall?
Oh, Ben was like 1'5" or something.
Because I was a gnome. Never mind.
When I was gnome, I had a frog.
So, as they lead you into the main soaking room, as they put it, you could see what looks like the king and his many wives thing. All very vibrant and beautiful colors. As they, oh my god, definitely not Nang Nang.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute myself for a little bit.
Nang nang.
So, as they approach, El God, brother, Wolfsma. We have found the gods, the fat of the tribe. They will help us. They have killed the other beasts. We tried to capture them and they killed it in the blink of an eye before we could even do anything.
Hello, sir. Very nice to meet you. I'm Captain Telrath.
He looks to you and looks to the rest. Approach. Welcome. What brings powerful beings like yourself to the Great Wish?
It's great. We're here on other business, and we felt like we should probably help you guys out. You looked like you needed some help.
Do you have the powerful, solid metal gods that glow with a glorious aura?
Oh, you're talking about pointing at Iron Stride?
He points the Iron Stride.
Why is he pointing at me?
He's appreciating the fact that you're a golden metal god.
I am anything but a god, but I am flattered.
He actually will like come down and like put a hand on your shin. It was glorious to meet the rest of the pantheon of the hollows. I have seen them in my visions. I know they are all here to save us. They are mighty and powerful deities. We shall inscribe them and make new statues everywhere.
Okay, this thing is screaming.
I'm translating when they talk.
Me just looking at it like screaming, and me just looking to Telrath like, what did it say?
It's happy to meet the rest of the Pantheon, and it's, making a big speech about us leading them to glory.
Right. Okay. So our little sidetrack adventure to kill boredom was... Okay, yeah, sure.
It'll be fun.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, those slaves are absolutely pathetic. Appealing to a bird for help, typical.
What?
So, can I ask you, King, how long have you had the slaves out back?
I'll keep her open, looking to steal the old relics of the gods who slumber.
Yeah, we had council with the gods. They're really nice.
I have seen it. It is true. They have met with the others. The full pantheon has returned.
Yeah, Valus didn't get to interject while we were shit talking the slaves as we walked.
Yeah, I would have just stopped next to the slave.
Alright, so Valus would be
Paladin's back, everyone run.
Valus is well. I would say you'd definitely be outside near the slaves who are got like chain ganged up.
How are they contained?
Very, very crude, rusty chains and like fucking like plant fiber ropes that have been made very nicely, and the obvious refurbished stolen hempen ropes from when they were captured.
I assume there are a bunch of frog boys looking at.
Oh yeah, they're definitely.
I would have just stayed here while everyone else went on ahead.
They are definitely looking at the slaves, like hardcore. Like you better fucking keep working.
I'm gonna like look at one of the grung and like put my hand up and like point to one, and just like, can I talk to it? I know they can't understand. I'll, like try to hand symbol that.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage as you try and talk with this commoner grung.
Oof.
On the 20.
Oh.
So, well, you feel like you conveyed it correctly as he like starts going over to the fucking to the dwarf that was like telling you to run earlier, and it looks like he's about to start pulling away. Instead, like grabs the rope and like starts beating him with a rock.
Oh my god.
Master Toes, what the fuck, man?
Well, while he's getting beaten, I'm just gonna ask him.
Fuck.
You're here with you sent by Margaret? Margaret Fella?
How do you know that? Did you find the others? Did they escape and send you? Ah! That's my fucking pinky toe!
Don't worry, I'll help you out. Just, give me a minute.
Can anyone else hear distant screaming?
Ah! Ah!
I honestly have no idea how I myself can break chains.
Just be like fucking King Arthur. Use your Excalibur to just smash their chains.
Yeah, these are not magical chains. These are
One sec, I'm just gonna... How many slaves are here?
For the ones you see out front, it looks like there's a good 15.
Oh,
God.
Oh.
You can see another 5 that look like they're building another air quote extension of the palace, even though it's more like the size of a kitty house.
Hey, any of you guys realize Valus isn't in here?
Wait, where did he go?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there isn't really much else to do here. Maybe he's trying to, like, romance a frog.
If he's trying to be a do-gooder here, it's probably not going to end well.
they are flicking frogs, you know.
Of course
that's
he
you.
is.
So I reach into my quiver, and my backpack. I'm not sorry.
Oh no.
I don't understand. You guys want to help these grungs just because they're cute, but they're fucking human adventurers that we know are from Feiniquia.
Yeah, we could deal with the other. We could deal with the Grunks problem, and then deal.
Yeah, we
I
can
mean,
do both.
I didn't say
you
I
don't have
wouldn't
to make a
save
harsh
them.
choice.
Like, fuck. Until tomorrow.
We're not hard.
You'll just all talk shit and walked off.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty normal reaction. They're getting enslaved by things that don't even come up to their shins.
Yeah, it's fucking funny. You still save them so that other people can pick on them because they were enslaved by frogs.
We will brand him with a big frog on the board.
Shame.
Alright, I'm gonna look for a more intelligent looking slave.
Alright. So go ahead and roll me an insight as you kind of look at the rest of them, like which one might be more helpful. Alrighty, so you managed to lock on pretty damn quick. There is a particular elf of the wooden nature kind. But he definitely doesn't look like he's the most beat up. He looks like he knows what he's doing really, really well. And
Does he have clothing?
he actually does, versus everyone else who doesn't.
And he's definitely a slave?
100% a slave. Obviously, it looks like he's earned clothing and other such things from possibly hard work, but you could tell he is wise to the situation.
So, I'm gonna walk up near him, but like, still a good 10 feet away. And I'm not gonna look at him. I'm just gonna say, hey, see if I get his attention. I assume he's pretty much staring at me.
So he maintains eyes locked on his work while continuing the glade, but he speaks perfectly clearly, even though you can see that the slave master turns around to look, and it seems like this grung doesn't seem to care at all that he's talking, but he obviously has his eyes forward, still working as he speaks.
Just gonna not look towards him at all, and I'm just gonna say, me and my friends should be able to get you out of here in, I don't know, a day or so. But if that doesn't pan out, I'm going to just drop something on the ground right at my feet, and I'll walk off. It is a wonder.
Oh no!
Oh, you
Make him escape, casts fireball centered on himself.
Fucking annihilates every slave there along with every grung.
Also, how So the circlet of blasting, that's like a TR looking thing, right? That'd be a little obvious. Not very easy to hide in your pocket.
He could probably stick it in the back of his pants, but yeah, the one is still a little tough, but he definitely hide it in the front of his pants? Question. Let me make a quick roll.
Hide it down the front of his pants.
Shelves it. God damn it. Alright, so yeah, you can tell he kind of shuffles over and like purposely kicks up a lot of mud and silt and keeps his foot on it to keep it out of sight. And you just hear him very softly kind of mutter, "Thank you."
Just give us like a day, and I'll continue to catch up with the group.
Alright. So, the Grung don't seem any of the wiser. Just seem to keep an eyeball on him for the time that you're walking away. But as you enter into the palace to see all this going on and hear the yelling of the king and such, you can see the other Grung don't really care anymore. Just make sure he's digging that glade more. So, upon entering in, back to the situation at hand, the king will once again go back into his bouts of speech. When will you be eliminating the non-believers, the ones who do not worship your great pantheon? We knew you would come back to complete it. We knew your journeys across the world for knowledge would not leave you empty.
Just gonna look at Telrath like, should we just do it now? Maybe take a short rest and then.
Yeah, I mean, we're willing to go kick some ass right now if you want. You just give us a short break. We
Of course! Bring the gods everything that they want! All the freshest fruit! None! Quick!
I don't eat.
Yeah, I have a table that makes food on the ship. I appreciate the gesture. Misty, do you want anything?
Mm-mm.
Then we offer prayers
Try a little bit.
and sacrifices!
You don't need to do that either. It's fine. We're a sacrifice-free pantheon.
You can see he's the little guy, like, there's a moment where his brain doesn't, like, function right when he hears.
What do you mean you don't want sacrifices?
Roll me a persuasion check.
I am his god. He will respect my opinion.
You do it with the advantage, because you can tell, like, a part of his brain just went, like, what?
I mean, to be fair, he probably would just be like, "You are testing me." I mean, I rolled alright.
It works. They're not very smart. So. Of course, I'm sorry to dishonor you. We will make the statues quickly. Double time for the slaves. Good.
It's like,
We must capture their messages perfectly.
Terrath, can you ask them for their finest, most tasty fruits?
Actually, pointing at Brad, he wants some fruit. Do you guys got fruit?
Quickly claps and like points, and you see a couple of purple grung quickly bring out a very massive bowl of exotic-looking fruit that's clearly been recently collected, and obviously the king's personal stash, so the best of the selection. Big titty grung.
Excellent.
But obviously some.
Frogs, why do they have cleavage?
And why are they G cups? Oh
my god, all of them, every single one.
I respect those
Like,
that have such massive titties.
Oh my god. Drowned in frog titties.
I've seen worse ways to die.
Leo.
So weird. Like
Mighty and powerful gods.
Hello.
Alrighty, so obviously you have your fine selection of fruit, brother. So some are actually rather beautifully scintillated. They actually have a very vibrant and kind of ultraviolet color settings and mixes. Some that are striped in a little bit of mix of berries, and some that look kind of like a more of a heavier kind of melon.
Beautiful. I shall remember these for creating at the table later.
So, some of them definitely tart, others extremely sweet. One's almost kind of dry, but has a very rich kind of meaty texture to it. Like the meat of the fruit is actually very heavy and sits really well in your stomach. Very filling.
Some good fruit.
All right. And now, Alice, go ahead and roll me a stealth.
Now, what's he doing?
Mhm.
I'm going for a poop.
The guy
I mean,
man.
I literally messaged us saying, yeah, I'm gonna go say I'm going for a poop.
You
If anyone notices.
you wearing heavy armor there, buddy?
Yeah, I
That's
feel like
true.
that's a disadvantage.
That is true. It
I
is.
mean,
If you want to
anyone
ask, I
knows
can
me,
give you
which
pass
one?
without trace.
No, I don't want to answer.
At least I definitely tell you not to do it because I respect these frauds more than I respect
Oof.
them.
Alright, so. Well. They see you. They know where you went. But they're not gonna follow because that's rude to follow a god without order.
Okay.
Yeah, we work in mysterious ways. Fuck off.
Alright. So. Heading on back to the ship for a time being to have a quick rest. What will you do? As the king is honored to have you in the halls, and you can see like little grungs doing like little chalk sketches on slates to try and capture your visages before you leave.
I'll play some music, not words or anything, just audio music.
It seems like some Navy SEAL mission against like a bunch of indigenous tribes.
I'll come back after 10 minutes.
Alright,
See,
so
are we rolling some hit die, boys?
What?
Just you, I think.
a
Yeah,
short
just
rest.
make from the fall damage. Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. So.
Good.
Alrighty, so as you are getting ready to proceed with your now selected mission. Will you take the directions from the other grung of where the other camp is, or well,
Yeah. You might as well take the directions. I mean, I can probably also just find it.
easy enough because these guys do fall under the humanoid trait.
Yeah, and I mean, I assume they probably live only about 5 miles away. They're pretty short. If they're going to threaten each other, they probably live pretty close.
All right. So let me quickly shuffle these boys around. Alrighty. So, as you are getting ready to head out, I don't know if you, well, obviously you would have gotten the instructions beforehand, but as you do finish your rest, obviously your tongues will run out because it's been an hour.
Yeah. I mean, I can just do it again. I have 3 third-level spell slots, so I will just do it again to get their directions as well. Because I also want to know if they want us to just kill all of them or not.
Alright, so at this point, you do hear the king kind of laugh. Of course, the Pantheon would eliminate the worship the Fascists. That do not believe in your mighty power. They do not think you will return to bless us with your presence.
Well, that's unfortunate for them.
It squeaks.
Very unfortunate.
Did you say they worship the salamander? Is that what you said?
They worship the great three-eyed beast.
Oh, the great three-eyed beast. Okay.
What's the
Well, what? Can you describe the great three-eyed beast for me? I'm curious.
The first god, he replaced it. He did not believe in the Pantheon. He worshipped it where it was small, and then it grew into a heinous size, and continued to consume all the slaves and other gang who did not pay homage and tribute. It grew. It only consumes. It does not protect the gang.
That sounds pretty despicable.
Remove the first letter, we will be free.
Yeah, well, a whole ass diner. We will give you our finest neighborhood diner for your success. It has nice bar stools.
A whole ass time.
Next time a diner's drive-ins and dives, I'm a ground. I'm just gonna attune to the cloak that gives me resistance to poison damage really quick. I just have a strange feeling I'll be taking some poison damage here in a second.
It's a small feeling. Small feeling.
Like, I'll just really... like 50-50, they're probably going to use poison considering they're midgets with no upper body strength.
My big boys, itty boys.
City boys.
In the city boys.
Big titty boys.
Alright.
Alright, so do we want to sneak up on them, or do we want to use the skiff?
I'm not sure some of us are capable of sneaking.
Is Millie still back there cleaning out that dinosaur thing? Did we pick up Millie?
Mm-hmm.
Did we pick
Take that as a no.
down by the dock?
Mm-hmm.
We looked for Millie.
Well, most of us can fight without a skiff. Most of us fight much better without the skiff.
I don't think that gods would be sneaky like, so we should totally just put it in there. and fuck shit up.
Yeah, sure.
Reasonable.
Sounds like fun.
Exactly.
Millie, are you finished carving?
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking about a few things.
We're gonna head to fight some marauders or something. There's probably more of those creatures if you want to.
Yeah, why not? I'm sure it'll at least provide something interesting.
Well, we went this direction.
I'll be with you in a moment.
Well, that's why you're pointing with your hand. How's that going?
No, I'm describing which way we went because I don't know which way we.
That direction.
That way.
That way.
Ah, yes, that way.
Alright. So, as you go to enter into the other city, as they put it, looks smaller than the large city that was actually big enough to be a small town for some sections that you were in for the other grung. This one looks more, well, receded and covered in vines and almost feral in some sections. You do see what looks like 2 patrols kind of milling about.
They're grung, right?
Grung on the back of what looks like a, well, the best thing you can really describe it as is a giant hippo lizard.
Does it have 3 eyes?
It's got a couple horns.
But does it have 3 eyes?
It does not have 3 eyes.
Ooh, that means the 3-eyed lizard's probably bigger.
Maybe it's a theoretical 3-eyed lizard.
Ooh. Actually, no, I don't know why I said ooh that. I don't like where this is going.
Like, ooh, that sounds difficult. I like it.
They do see you approach and look fairly panicked. How's that on? No. Well, you would actually have your tongues up again, wouldn't you?
Yeah, the tongues would still be up unless it took us, a whole last hour to get here.
With the skiff, definitely not. But you can definitely see why these guys are a little more frightening than the counterparts that you were just meeting with.
They have a giant hippo.
They have hippos.
Ooh, plural.
But you do hear them quickly call out, like, "Giant bird! The beasts! The flyers come back!"
What?
They're commenting on us as the flyer, apparently.
And they must have seen our skiff.
Makes sense.
I mean, it's
Well,
not
are
exactly
they
subtle.
us, the gods that we are?
No, they said something about getting out the beasts.
Alright, so shall we shoot them?
Yeah, sure.
We should get rid of them quick then.
Put it in neutral. Park it down by the dock.
Down by the river, I'll start them by your gates.
I walked down to see you down by the bay. That's
Ooh,
a
I don't know where that
big-ass
went twice.
dinosaur. It's looking real fine. It's coming over here to spear me in the spine. Oh, that's a natural one, of course.
Still, like, second highest.
That's because I have advantage. It just shows the color of what I rolled. That's the joke. Because if I get a natural 20 and a natural 1, it comes up blue.
Oh yeah, we saw that like once, and we're like, what the fuck?
Oops.
That Grung Elite Warrior is so ready. I have trained for this my whole life. You're done for.
I am the God Slayer.
Starts playing Rip and Tear. God damn.
Rip it, tear. Bum, 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 bum.
Alright. I need to go and get the skiff again. Damn it. I've done this to myself.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm gonna quickly feed my cats because I can hear them bitching at my door.
Who is this voice I hear bitching at my chamber door? There's a cat. Think more.
Oh, the cat, meow, you.
Whore. Meow meow, you whore. That's what I feel like whenever Cheeto's addressing me. She's like,
Here, pay attention to me, peasant.
"Pet me while I eat, motherfucker."
So I can have a location.
Almost get crushed and died.
No! Aw,
And the skiff did crush. and
Squishky?
then did die.
Squishy.
no.
Squishy mushy.
Mushy mushy.
Right, what I miss?
Mushy, mushy.
We all died.
So,
Oh shit.
how high up would you guys have been floating in here?
Oh, I
No.
thought we were on the ground.
Oh,
I feel like we would have landed near like the edge. Like, I mean, I don't really. It makes sense they'd spot us because we are on a skiff, but I mean, I'd assume we'd probably be landing close to the perimeter because I can sense them, and you know, half of us can't do anything if we're flying.
that is true.
Yeah!
Alrighty. Well, the good old grungy boy is gonna get a quick running off the back and then leap up to here.
Holy shit, he's fast.
Once he finishes his landing point there, especially keeping his guard up, you'll start to hear this weird chirring noise coming from his teeth chittering as he pulls out a metal dagger. I need Telrath, Squishkey, Millirin, and Alice to make a wisdom saving throw.
This version of Misky doesn't have
Fuck.
any health or name.
I don't think there's any salvaging that
spell.
roll.
For this is Nilf's spell. I know that's annoying. I'm sorry.
Bro. Oh
I'm
my God.
sorry. Alright. So, at this point, all of you manage to resist this noise, but Talrath, you are suddenly hit by a sickening version of vertigo, and you are stunned until the end of the Grung's next turn.
Oh wow.
That's cool. We should keep one.
Don't say that.
Well, that we should keep one?
Just stuns Telrath. That's so bad.
Iron Strike.
Yeah,
You,
but it's cool.
ironically, the person who mocked the guys the most for getting captured by Grung is just got hit by the very thing that got them captured originally.
I mean, I can teleport out of shackles and fly away, so I mean.
I know, but you're just fucking stunned.
Yeah, I know, it is pretty ironic. I actually didn't roll. Is he immune to it?
Yeah, I am.
It was.
Oh.
It was not up to
It
his
didn't
reach.
hit him anyway.
Oh, okay. I just saw like everybody else rolls, so I was wondering.
No.
I'm inventing a new sport. It's called football heat.
Alright, that will hit.
Swing.
Huh?
Hit him again. Oh my god, my rolls.
That definitely still hits though. They're grung, they're not knights of the order. So
This is true.
as he goes flying across the field.
Okay, I'd love to then use another 15 feet of my movement to come here. And I'm gonna punch the big guy. Let's see if we can launch him backwards with the ground.
Oh god. God. Quickly trying to make you fucking strength. Throw that bad boy. I hate. As you suddenly hear off the grung scream in panic. Get the program!
I'll have my sword go after it as well. Sure, it flies off my back and goes to stab it in the head.
God damn, that definitely hits. A solid 21 damage to this bad boy. Looking pretty battered and bruised and cut up and fucked up.
I ready myself.
Alrighty. Million.
Feels like such a waste to expend our efforts on these things. I will toss a fireball that will hit all of them.
Does this include me?
Well, no, because thankfully it can be on this side.
Ah.
Like this. Fire.
Ooh, very nice. Two Dixies. And another. Actually, hitting the wrong button, but the first one was a fail anyway. The second one was a success, and then the third one, success as well.
Well, it's not my turn. I'm gonna quickly ask what they want for dinner.
Burger.
Alright, and these two?
Well, no, that's what they just meant. This thing dies. And that one did not make the save, so taking the juicy damage off the bat. Alrighty. Alrighty. Will that be all?
Yeah. I'll do.
Alright. Talrath is stunned until the top of the round.
Does it keep going even though the grung is dead, considering that it went off on the grung's turn?
Yes, because you are under the effect of it, not a spell or anything. Unfortunately, it's kind of like vertigo.
Okay. I don't feel so good. Mr. Stone.
These bulls. He's not very happy about it. So he's gonna quickly shimmy. Well, actually, no, he's gonna just fucking stand up and jump from his position up into the tree and take a couple of shots with his short bow at Iron Stride. definitely not. Bredomir.
Can I cast Hold Person on the 3 grow?
Yes, we can.
Cool. That is Wisdom save DC 18. Ah, that boy is fine.
So these bees are all suddenly frozen in place.
Alright. I'll hide behind the stiff Telreth.
This boy. You gonna get that run jump up onto here. He's gonna whip out that dagger. He's gonna try and shank Millery. 20 to hit you, Miller. Oh my god, just hits.
Nah, shield.
Dagger! And Whiskey. Adorable, dangerous.
Adorable. I'm gonna make it. Go move over here. Let's hit him. Where'd you go? Here'd you go. Smeg.
That definitely is just. Oh god. Just.
Then. I stare at it. I ain't wasting an action such.
Kicks up some sand looking at you. Will that be all?
That's my turn?
Right.
Yes.
Valis.
Misky doesn't have a name on the turn.
Yeah, Misky is
So you know.
Misky is spooky.
Oh, wait, really?
No name displayed.
Was it this looking grung? Oh wait, that's Misky.
Hey!
There's a colourful grung there.
I'm just
The
gonna.
Grug has fish-like features. Amazing.
We have
Yeah,
the
'cause it's
technology.
amphibious.
Can't physically move further than that, so I'll try to leash.
Alrighty.
I get advantage because he's stunned. Actually, it's a ranged attack. If you have no idea. This.
Oh my god.
That's like 1d8 damage.
Oh my god. Did I get attacked
See?
at all?
You did?
Yeah, one shot at
Just trying to
tiny little
pull him
arrow.
towards me.
Oh, did it actually hit me?
Nope.
You rolled an 8.
I had to make sure, man.
So he immediately gets yanked over here. Oh god. Executioner.
So it's not doing a lot of damage. Oh, I assume that this thing did not hit, but I rolled him.
The 10 definitely did. And the 13 would have anyway. Oh, you fucking executioner finisher. This motherfucker pulling him down like Scorpion and just into the ground.
I like the wolf stand like grabs him and drags him straight into my sword, and I'm just holding out in front of me.
And this is like... This is overkill.
This boy completely locked in place.
I mean, we knew this was gonna be over.
They got me, boys. I'm done for.
They got old yellow.
Alrighty.
I'll turn around. Imagine being captured by a frog.
Yeah, I know. It's real sad. Imagine having your daughter kidnapped.
Oh.
God.
Oh.
Low blow.
At this point, this thing starts...
Please kill me. I don't want to be a part of this conversation.
20 will not hit you, but it comes really fucking close as it collides with you. Sure.
You're gonna die. And it's gonna be fun.
With that, the top of the round, obviously, Telrath, you'll be free, but as they definitely called for the other boys to join the club.
The boys are back.
Ooh.
Oh, here come those boys.
The boys are back in town. Let me do a little color coordination on the teams here.
Oh, does this one have a particular rider, like the pilot?
For
All
the,
of them.
it is definitely all of them. They look like they're just kind of hanging on to the back of it and just swinging from it for the fuck of it. If they're like guiding it a little bit, not too much, but it's like a group effort.
Fair. That's
I feel
the
a volley
case.
coming on.
Like the Haradrim on the top of the elephants.
Yeah, the Roger, yeah. Okay, I guess my sword will fly over and attack the, one of the grung that's on top of it. Eh. So I guess it'll hit that one first.
Alrighty. Give me uno second.
Yeah, you're right.
This boy, and then
I think the best I can manage to get 4 grung if I attacked it. That's
Yeah.
I think doing those hang-on tactics.
I like to imagine there's just some grungs sitting at the side of the forest playing some like hot music on some drums for this fight. They're the live band, don't shoot them.
Alrighty.
No.
And the first boy up here on the Spinosaurus, correct?
Yep. That one.
Alrighty. Definitely fucking hits him square in the center.
I'll copy that roll.
Fuck, it pretty much bloodies him on the first strike.
And Miss Key definitely has that under control. That's child's play for her. I sprint over here, and I'm gonna try to enter this bad boy.
Alrighty. That definitely hits. Right. Hey, oh, he got a 23, so he doesn't slide. That's the much more heavily plated one. Just shifts a little. Do it again. Alrighty. This time, he slides. Collides in with these boys.
I'll move up and I'll do it again. Oh, I don't!
Oh no!
But it's okay, because I action surge. Do it again.
There you go. Fuck.
Real man, do it again.
You finally crunch into the side of this creature, and it finally collapses. Go ahead and roll me 3d6 to see how much crushing damage the other 3 fucking grung took as you belted them into the fuck. Fucking Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, I've still got 2 attack actions left, but oh wait. I used 5 feet of movement. Yeah, I can't reach anything. I must go here. No point. I can no longer do anything else, so I'm good.
Alright. That before melee. Legendary action. The Spinosaurus definitely gonna go for definitely the larger group.
Rover Raggy.
Ruh-roh.
Hello there.
Good.
Now it's Millie.
Oh, how nice. They brought pets. I summon a dragon. See. Oh, there he is. The dragon is smaller than he's meant to be.
I was gonna say.
Oh, is this?
That looks really tiny.
Yeah.
That's an absolutely pathetic dragon.
Pathetic.
Get it to its the dragon relarging shop.
Which will then. I would like to have Marie send a message to everyone that says, obviously the dragon is an illusion.
Oh my god, a dragon.
Oh my god, a dragon!
So, first of all of my enemies have to make a wisdom save.
Oh yeah, they're definitely good for that.
Oh yeah.
Three, 4.
Huh. So, all unanimous. The Spinosaurus rolled a 19. Fucking damn.
Nice. And then it's going to shoot a cone of fire breath into the Spinosaurus and all of its little riders.
Oh my god. The greatest thing ever. Intelligence saves for grunts. What the fuck?
Dude, they're geniuses.
Oh my god.
Wow.
IQ.
They're really smart.
I'm back.
They're beginning.
Welcome.
to bleed.
Iron's tried to have massive IQs.
Oh no, what have they
Big
done?
brain grungs, dude.
What did they do?
Look at that.
Oh my god,
What are
the fucking
saves?
intelligence saves!
Yeah, they fucking. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but Jesus Christ, they were
Hey,
really.
watch Rick and Morty, dude.
Oh no!
Yeah, they just got done watching an episode of Rick and Morty. They're ready.
Holy fucking shit!
Spino obviously also has to make that save.
Oh yeah. Just quickly
I'm
pumping
not
up.
sure if you. Since we haven't seen any of its rolls, I'm not sure if you did it. So I'm just making sure.
Not yet. Get the grung out of the way. The really, really fucking intelligent grung.
Can the Spino even make that save?
Yeah, now you're gonna roll that.
I was gonna say, if he less than a -1 intelligence, he literally can't pass.
Like I said, I'm not even gonna roll that. So,
Yeah, thought I might make that easier on you.
oh yeah, no, that's abundantly fucking on.
Great.
So I'm like, wait a second, beasts are really stupid.
Fuck.
Big IQ. Grunt. Big IQ. Grunt.
The grungs clearly aren't.
I graduate Harvard.
Will that be all, Miller?
That will be all.
All right. Legendary action. Tail attack on the dragon.
Oh no, the dragon.
21.
Well, I'm pretty sure that hits.
17 bludgeoning damage to your illusionary dragon.
Cool. It literally is immune to all damage.
It looks upset as fuck, but it's a dumbass dinosaur. Alright. The Grung Elites.
Oh, I probably should have noted everything misses it automatically as well.
Good to know. The Grung. This guy with the tag team tactics. One is going to cheddar, so Iron Stride. Wisdom saving throw.
I'm bad at these.
Oh! And then thinking
So
that
bad.
thinking that you're stunned, the other one's going to launch at you with full power and try and fucking stab you with his steel tag. His really fancy steel tag. Well, it was a worthy try.
It just deflects off me.
This guy, not very happy. Especially with getting blasted. Let's see. He gonna launch it up and over. And he gonna try and stab some bird butt.
Shank to the ass.
Miss.
Oh. Definitely not what I meant to click.
Initiative. Fuck.
That is hilarious. It's the same initiative that you already had.
Dude, that's scary. I don't want to fight this girl.
It's on point, bro.
I have seen terror.
Terrath, you finally can move. You realize now, holy shit, these guys can like fucking stun you and fuck up your shit.
Yeah, it's not really good for my health, is it?
Not good for anyone's health.
Yeah. So let's see. So I mean, some obvious option is. Oh, I've played so much Pathfinder. I keep mentally disregarding strategies that actually work in this. That's what I think it is, right? Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to turn around, pull out both the pistols, and I'm just going to blast this Grung point blank.
Blast.
No advantage.
Mercy.
Chat back to this. Bang.
Definitely.
Bang.
Oh my god.
I feel like he probably died on the first shot, but I'll overkill him.
You just fucking executed that little dude.
I just shoved the pistols in his face.
Like,
And then
it's just 2 shots to the back of the head.
God damn.
That was Jeffrey Epstein right there.
I have evidence that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton.
And then, since I haven't used it in a while, I'll bonus action Misty Step for the hell of it.
Goodbye, friend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bonus action.
In the arms of Vladimir.
Fly away from here. I'm done.
Will Bradamy die again?
This Grung.
Go on, Brad, hit it.
Hey, he gonna land down.
I'll do it. I'll do
Oh.
it.
Now let's go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw. Oh,
Valis.
heavy save.
Save.
There we go. Oh god. Alright, and then this boy, same tactic. Launch at it full speed with a dagger. Oh my god, he breaks the dagger on your chest plate. Oh.
These guys look like they've been viciously eating chocolate cake.
I'll do my one word combo. So first, I hold monster on the T-Rex in front of me. Wisdom save 18.
Alright. The wisdom save of the century. Definite failure.
Hooray! And now as a bonus action, I can make one melee weapon attack against him. My Staff of Thunder.
Oh
Hey.
my god!
It's a crit anyway.
What a ballin'.
God.
Takes some damage, and I will also use the thunder part, and you must make a con save now.
Oh my god.
DC 17.
Alright. Con save. 25.
Alright. So he's not stunned, but he is still paralyzed. That's
And
good.
Very heavily fucked up.
Just hit him with a lightning stick, and I'll come chill with my boy. And I end my turn.
It's your boy.
Oh, that
Skinny
prong at
penis.
the back is no longer paralyzed, by the way.
Alrighty.
It's free to
Uh,
he can run away now.
Misky.
Okay, so we're going to smack the boy in front of us. Smack.
Oh, definitely.
Oof. They're so low, that's embarrassing. What? Just because I came in the kitchen to cook, you motherfucker. Not dead? Okay, smack!
Definitely hits. Jesus Christ.
Die! Good! Okay. We're going to move here. Are these guys at like ground level or they're up on its back?
They're hanging off the side plates on its back. Like, as you do look up, you can see them. They basically tied off like little jungle vines and ropes so they can hang off its back like little jungle swingers.
They look like they're sailing down. Okay, cool. That's adorable.
You're gonna get killed some sport disease.
Smack this thing now. We get one. We're going to smack. I said smack.
The dinosaur?
Yeah?
Yeah, he's
I
paralyzed.
wasn't listening.
Hey,
Oh,
advantage.
I do again.
Crits.
Advantage and crits.
It's
Wait, crit?
Yeah, it's
Wait,
just,
crit.
That's what paralyzed does.
So long as you hit,
Okay,
you,
so
you
it
crit.
changes.
Changes everything.
Wait, so does.
So basically,
Wait.
just put it to advantage and change the crit ratio to 0. Because
I'm
so
ready to
That was what I was trying to
disintegrate
figure out. 0. Okay.
that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
yourself. It's dead, Jim.
Is it dead?
It's dying. It's not dead yet.
Cool, I action search.
It's dead now, Jim.
1, 2.
Buckle my shoe. They all hit.
That's a lot of numbers.
Yeah!
Numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Yeah. So with that, you can describe how you butcher that thing. Christ.
Holy shit.
So some damage. So Mystery's gonna come from defeating the weird hippo-looking thing, start swinging at its legs, and then bring Shindo up into its stomach and fucking carve that fucker open from the under.
With a nice gutting
Make that
motion.
Mm-hmm.
If it's fully hits the floor with a
Change that.
splash of blood.
Yes.
307 damage.
Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
What?
No, that's right. That's right.
It just looks
that's
strong,
easy.
but I know it's not.
No.
Alright, will that be all?
God, yeah, I overkilled that thing. Yes, that is all.
Alrighty.
I think you did a helpful and more damage.
So, Millirin and Misky,
I didn't
wisdom saving throws.
so much. I'm not gonna make this.
Ooh.
Alrighty, you both just make it. It's nice. And then,
I just make it at 17. Holy shit.
no, Milliran just made it, and Misky, you made him flying colors, but this guy's still gonna jump over
Right.
and try and shank you in the back. 23.
Shield.
Alright.
Oh,
Valus.
fuck.
Bonus action, burning smite. Get this guy with the clock. For some reason.
Use his ability.
Those are the trackers.
Yeah, initiative tracker.
The slash mark.
Top.
The slash mark are the one who used the abilities. Jesus!
Oh,
Nice.
branding smite. So I guess that's level 4 now instead of level 2.
Ow.
That did not sound good.
Sorry, I just need my sharpest knife.
Level 2 divine smite on there.
This boy. Damn.
Second attack on the boy. 13.
That was the hit.
Oh my god.
Wow, this is just another level 2 device. And then can I like hold down my arms, they'll come at me, I'm gonna step back.
He's looking pretty damn scared. He is not going to, because he doesn't actually have a weapon now. He broke it on your chest plate.
You son of a bitch.
Continuity sucks, man.
He probably wouldn't have hit me anyway.
Probably not.
Sadly.
He would probably have to crit to hit you. Yeah, he actually would have to crit to hit you.
Instead, the Hellish Rebuke, they have to damage me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I could just like pop one of these boys.
Will that be all?
That's all I can do.
This boy will come to satisfy your craving for damage.
Please.
Ooh,
Almost.
almost right there in the teeth. And then, top of the round, you hear one final call out. You cannot stop us! I haven't loosed the gun!
Oh.
As you see a massive tentacle-armed frog with 3 eye stalks.
Oh no.
That is not what I was expecting.
Oh, I'm sorry, what did you say? And was that in common?
The three-eyed god. I know what it is.
God,
dude.
look at him!
Fuck you, God.
It's the Futurama frog's adult form.
It's
Welcome,
Hypnotoad.
Froghemoth is unleashed onto the field.
Oh my god.
He's already eating somebody, then he's going to eat me. Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna serve Froghemoth some lunch, so, smack. As I smack this little guy straight towards it.
Oh
It
god.
actually sort of looks like the slime one as well.
Oh my god. Little fucking poor bastard. Yeah, no. He would have to...
It's like kicking puppies.
So you punt that little bastard into him.
Punt that little bastard over to my sword wall. It was like up here, I think, so it'll fly down and attack him. Hit it. Oh, that's not good, Jim.
The big guy.
Yeah.
Alright, so that will hit.
Slash.
Alrighty. That's 23 damage to the frog hemoth.
Oh, come over here. I'm gonna smack this one into the frog hemoth as well. It's like kicking soccer ball.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Fucking Christ.
Poor little bastards. Oh, this little shit's gonna only make it if they make a net 20 on their strength.
Yeah, roll me a d6 as you bounce them together against the frame.
Clonk.
God damn.
I've got one more attack, so for the rest of my turn, I will come over here and get advantage on this. Let's flatten it.
Just stomp that fucker into the sand.
Okay. That was all my movement, I'm pretty sure, so I'll sit here and prepare for my imminent demise by frog.
Alrighty. Millerin.
Well now. Go and play. I send my dragon over here, and it will fire breath these two grungs and the frogamoth.
Frogamoth.
Is it a smart frog boy?
You're not sure. Alrighty. These boys. The Frogamoth does not look happy.
Alright. Well. I'll shoot it with a lightning bolt as well.
Oh, God. Alrighty. Dixie saves. Definitely fails. Looks like he does not like that at fucking all.
What a shame.
It's nice to have something I can actually fire through without having to worry about it. That's my turn.
Alright. So. Telrathi.
You know what that frog hasn't done yet, Josh?
Hmm.
Acted. I get an advantage.
True.
Okay, that's checked, that's checked. I'll get out the bow for this. And let's shoot the frog. Bam. Bam.
Definitely hits. Hit.
Cheeto.
That's an aggressive cat.
Was that Cheeto or was that your cat,
No.
Skater?
That was Lyra.
That
Oh,
was
Lyra.
Lyra.
Oh.
Too many of us have cats.
No, it was actually, yeah, it was Rozzy. It was just me.
Huh? So they definitely strike through, but it's still standing.
Oh, I am done. Continue.
The grung 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 grung. Well,
He's
he's surrounded by enemies. He
He
has no dagger. He's very sad. So instead, being an asshole, he's going to chitter. Valis and Iron Stride. Wisdom saving throws.
Oh no. Wisdom. Oh, that's a 15 for me.
Oh god, you're both
but-
perfectly fine.
It's a 20, actually.
Close to Val's.
Oh, right, okay, 20 then.
Baratomir.
around 30 feet that way, and I'll play lyre to the one that just purple one. Say, the Froghemoth is the false god. We are the true gods. You must help us kill it. I'll dominate person.
Oh god!
Nice.
So wisdom save 18.
I must kill. You don't know what I'm saying, but you'll see it like turn around and start pulling out a bow, looking at the Froghemoth.
False god must die.
The false god must fall.
Kill your family. You know, and for a bonus action, I will inspire that grog.
Inspired.
Inspire.
Ooh, my food is here, we're back sick.
Fuck.
Alrighty.
Oh, good on my child.
Misky, you're surrounded by tiny grung.
Oh. I'm surrounded by tiny grung. I hit them. Let's go left first, because that sounds good. Hang on, let me get to my computer. Yeah, sure, left. Schmick.
God, that definitely fucking left or the right one.
That was left.
Alright. The immediate decimation and fucking cut in half. Bisect.
I look to the one on my right and grin. Smack.
It definitely. The massacre.
Then I guess I start moving this way. Okay. Okay, it's my turn. Yeah.
Alrighty. Froghemoth, not very happy with the whole entire situation. Let's see. Oh. He's gonna move up to here. Swing once at the dragon and passes through. And then, well, actually, no. Actually, yeah, it would bite because it would pass through it, and then really that this bite isn't doing anything. Move over to the shiny fish person. 'Cause
So,
colors are pretty, and creatures
it's true.
not so smart. You're going to. Actually, I wouldn't even have to move from there. Let's see. Double checking. Yep.
Oh, it doesn't pass through, by the way. The illusion is tangible.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, ironically, Misky, make me a strength saving throw.
Yeah, watch me fuck it.
Aiming for an 18. Perfect.
Good.
Nice.
I rolled holy.
So, at that point, you can see the tongue whips out. Tries to pull you in. But you manage to stand your ground and resist the tongue.
Kill it.
Which, its bite is not working very well on this, but obviously it's going to still try to do noodle slaps at Ironstride and Misky while it's chomping down on the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So, it takes up some of its attacks. Definitely not, and definitely not. Valis.
Yes.
Well, now I feel
Yes.
bad for this one. Oh, I can actually just make it all the way to this. Sure.
Smite the false god.
The Burger Man cometh.
Borger.
for you.
I'll whack him with a... Yeah, just do a little match.
Definitely fucking hits.
Second attempt. Oh no.
That will actually hit because Millie's electricity and Telrath's electricity reduced its AC.
Oh.
So
Why, thank you.
Very nice. So, how do you want to do this?
Yes!
Oh,
Suicidal.
I didn't think it would die so easily. Yeah, just run up, chop off its big ass tongue tentacle thing that's whacking at the dragon. And then it gets angry at me, tries to smack me, so I just fucking stab it through the brain, wherever I assume the brain is, and I pump it full of light.
As it burns through and the eye sockets light up, finally starts going limp as all the tendrils start falling slowly down to the ground. And that is effectively combat.
Does the ground shoot at its body?
It does. Punk. Punk.
Did it eat the grungs I threw at it?
Oh, but that the other grungs that were with it died before it even got a chance to eat them.
Nice.
That was interesting.
Very. I'm not sure what this thing is, but it's a bigger frog.
Hey, Talrath, you have about 30 seconds to ask this one whatever you want.
Sure. Was that your god that just killed?
Yes, the first god has died.
How many more are there?
No, God. That was it.
Wrong,
We
we
really
are your gods.
The gods.
Yeah, see, there we go.
You ain't gonna believe it.
Can you point towards the next nearest god?
Points at you guys.
There you go. That's what I was expecting. Alright, we can kill him now.
Yes.
Aw. Can I do it?
Sure, go for it.
Guess you'll flatten the pole thing.
I do. I hit it with the flat of my blade.
Oh my
Wrong, I
god.
command you to close your eyes.
Closes his eyes before a sudden.
You're in the splash zone.
Seems like a son to me.
Lower? There we go.
God
Oh.
damn, Jesus Christ.
That
Only
axe
one
is
shot
longer
one.
short
We're not within a mile of the other camp, are we?
The other camp, you're not within a mile. You're actually 3 miles away.
Okay.
Because with the
Oh, wait, real
dinosaurs,
quick.
they were able to travel quickly. Yes?
Just real quickly.
Nice. Also, veteran. Obviously, harvester tools, intellect. Okay.
Excellent. See, we found a false god for Millie
Ooh, that one
to
sucked.
cut up.
That was real bad.
Yeah, false god, she can't cut it up very well, it's fine.
Well, you do start to realize you have very quick trouble as its skin, though it seemed to have a lethargic and repulsed reaction to electricity, you do find that its skin is extraordinarily rubbery and seems to be highly resistant to lightning. As far as you could tell, the scorch marks that you thought you would find was actually blocked off by the mucus that was secreting from the skin. Unfortunately, the rest of it seems to be very alien. And it would have to be categorized very carefully.
was gonna say, with that, would I be able to like clear away some of the coating just with scorching hand?
Alright, so obviously you'll take some time to do that. And kind of start melting away. It smells really bad, like almost like a mixture of burnt hair, dog shit, and like a festering corpse on a Sunday.
My brain really kind of fucked up there. I said one thing and meant another.
Oh, burn away some of the mucus.
No, I literally, I even said a word that was completely wrong. You were like, oh yeah, the electricity was blocked by this mucus, but it like, but it was like, it was clearly also making it easier to get through for a short time. So what I wanted to do was shocking grasp.
Alright.
The lightning one.
Okay.
Which is because it's a cantrip. Just.
So, obviously in Redacted, you would easily be able to do the shocking grasp. You could tell that the tensile of the muscle actually makes it extremely lethargic and tight, and the material itself becomes easier to cut as the hardening of the more rubber-like skin becomes more focused. So it's almost like if you harden metals too much, it becomes brittle because it has a easier breaking point. So, I believe...
Come on, guys. I'm a tiefling, not a fish. I just have fish tendencies.
Just a fishling. But I believe that's a good spot to leave off on, because I know some people are getting tired. So I'll get you the XP farm.
Yes!
All 50 XP for all those frogs.
No, the fake god was worth at least 20.
Oh yeah.
Did we like 1,000 off level?
Under
5,000.
5,000, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's.
About like 4,839.
Come on, those frogs were easily worth 5,000.
Each.
No, I think the big old
See,
dinosaur was at least one.
Yeah, no, that was enough to get
Three-eyed
us to
frog
20.
was at least 3.
the big
At
frog
least
was
3
possessed by the
XP.
god of hell, which we also destroyed when it died. So,
Wait, we destroyed hell?
yeah.
Oh, damn.
The whole thing, yeah.
All of it. No more hell. Congratulations.
Hell cancelled, boys.
Ow!
Doom
You
Slayer
said hell's
fire.
cancelled, be happy!
Go home, boys.
Jeez,
Hell's
Wash.
cancelled. Go to heaven. We need to get tried some bronze and paladinium then.
So in total for the army of grungs, dinosaurs, and other things you've run into, 6,200.
Yes.
What?
Nice.
Why they want so much?
226,461.
Hey.
And that's before split between 6 people.
No, that's...
Yeah.
You killed
You
2
get
technically
1,000.
legendary action creatures today.
Wait, did we?
Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus is a
First-
legendary action creature.
Yeah.
Wow,
Ah.
we did all this on a whim.
We're nearing level
Yeah,
20.
some frogs were like,
Yeah.
Did anyone
mean-
take damage?
We were.
No?
Almost
No.
no.
The only,
No?
the only damage I took was from my full damage.
Yeah, when you fell.
But
The fucking Titanfall.
effectively, you guys killed what would be equivalent be like an expedition ending kind of fucking cult of frog worship.
Oh.
Alright, hit dice, boys.
Alright, ready for the pain.
My hit dice defaulted back to a D4 again. I have to go change it.
again. God damn it.
Why
He's
did it
in!
doing this?
They're fucking with the sheets.
Hey! I'll take it.
Oh, we get ASI. No, we got an ASI at 16th level that I'm yet to do.
Oh my god, you absolute cunt.
Shit.
No, I did set
Ah.
charisma in it.
God.
That just looked empty because I'm blind.
People so
Ah, let's see. Nothing at level 17. That's
Six
nice.
That's
level
okay.
spell.
Next
Oh.
level.
Nah, your
Nine.
proficiency
Wait.
is
Level.
six.
Spells.
Bro,
You got,
can I use my inspiration to
what the
reroll?
fuck is with people
Ah.
rolling twos? What the fuck?
Hang on, wait. It's my
Yeah,
turn.
nice
Two.
twos,
It's
boys.
cool, I just get 10 HP. It's nice.
Nice
No, it's my turn to
twos,
roll.
boys.
Just
High
above
five,
two.
Brad. High five, Vale.
Oh,
Jeez.
Well,
Oh.
at least that's a
Do it again.
reroll because it's a 1.
Roll a 1 again. You wouldn't. You're scared.
Do it again.
I got a 3, boys.
Alright, he got 1 higher than the rest of
Oh.
But yeah,
That was disgusting.
But yeah, no, the fucking, like, the major expedition for us that came to this fucking island, like, we're eating the most of that fucking cult or captured by the other.
Alright, boys. I'm now officially the biggest, like, machine gun in town. I now have 4 attacks per round.
God
What?
damn.
4.
Yeah, I got
sure I
swept.
got nothing.
No, everyone's proficiency is 6 now. That's pretty good.
It was 6 last level.
Oh, or it
Pardon.
was 5. at
No,
level
it wasn't. It was 5 last level.
I tried
Yeah.
to change it back and it didn't. So, okay, well, whatever.
Oh,
I'll take it.
oh, man.
Actually, boss, I didn't think I was getting it.
So, Misky and I with our plus 16s to hit.
Hells yeah. Oh, wait, roll to hit.
Okay, well, I didn't
Still
mean to
pretty.
press that, but whatever. The fucking
Still
hell
pretty.
is-
My save DC is now 20.
What happens if I roll a crit? Hang on.
Nice. Mine's 18. That didn't change. Whew.
That's a lot of damage.
Yes. It's beautiful. I love it.
I love that I had just like a flat 17
The
to my
literal
crit damage.
gods roaming around ending fucking evil little grung bitches.
Just out of boredom.
And on a side note, fucking goddamn, the spell's so old you forgot about it. Tongues, baby.
My
Ah, yeah.
God.
I've had it
Beautiful.
for so long.
You know what I still have that I never ended up using? It was a fucking vial of holy water that got given to my village. Went to
Yeah, I got one of those too. But then
I
Pretty
still
sure we've all got them.
have it. Just
Yeah.
never used it.
or just, or if there's another vampire, just in case.
Anyways, I'll see you guys later.
Wrist
Aye,
run,
aye.
Nikolai.
See you, fam.
Catch you, buddy.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Ooh, I don't have any.
The new proverbial pantheon under fucking me.
Guys, this is exciting.
Yeah.
What do you get next level, Misky?
Next level! I didn't look. Hang on. Figure if I don't look ahead, I won't get too excited.
No, that's impossible.
Fair.
Always excited.